Yeah.
Whoa.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That escalated quickly.
Are you ready? Might be crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy.
Good morning and welcome to Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It is Tuesday, August 19th, 6:28 here at the KBS studios. Nice 69 degrees outside. Gooney here with you, getting you up and on your way this morning. We got Charles Sagona with us.
What's going on?
Oh, it's going. Heather's in the house.
Hey, guys.
Got some nice rain again yesterday.
We did.
That was amazing.
It was crazy. I was driving on South 87 going out of town. It just starts pouring as I'm driving through town, just pouring down, just hardcore style. And I'm driving and I'm going on right there past the golf course on South 87. And right there where the city limit sign is on the edge of town, right where it goes into 70 miles an hour, like you could see sunlight hitting the road, and as soon as I hit that sunlight, like rain just stopped, like someone shut off a faucet. Like it just stopped.
I think I broke the code.
Oh, did you?
All I have to do is wash my car and then basically say it's not going to rain.
And it will.
No matter how much rain's in the forecast, I just say, you know what, it's going to miss us. I do those two things and it rains.
So we need somebody here in town that owns a car wash to start giving Charles free car washes. That's what we need.
Just like
if we're going to go that
Every
far,
day.
then we just need somebody to wash my car.
I like that thinking.
Man,
I mean, if I'm going to
somebody
wish,
else to do it.
if I'm going to wish, right?
Might as
Don't
well,
own a car
yes.
wash if you don't want to wash a car.
Might as well, I guess. Hey, did you guys hear Johnny Manziel's in some trouble again?
He is not in trouble.
His coach is.
I did see it, though. I saw it happen last night.
What did he do?
He had gave the bird to the Redskins.
The one-finger
sideline.
salute.
Like, I don't
He
know.
was just saying hello.
Yeah, that's all he was doing. Yeah, I don't know. His coach is saying he's not happy with him, but has he been happy with him at all? Since
You know
he showed
what?
up?
They drafted him. They knew what they were going to get.
That's true.
And he's going to be like this forever.
Yeah.
He's not going to change anytime soon. And you know what?
I agree.
The Cleveland Brown fans love it.
Oh, yeah.
And if he was
They're
on
digging
the
everything.
and if he was on the Dallas Cowboys, this report yesterday said that there's a book coming out about Johnny Manziel and about the draft process and everything. And they said that the Dallas Cowboys was so close to drafting him that Jerry Jones had his name on the draft card, and his son Steven pulled the card away from him and wouldn't give it back.
Really?
That's how close he was to becoming a Dallas Cowboy. And I guarantee you, wherever he would have went, those people would love him. And every time he does something like this is going to endure himself more and more to that fan base. Of course, there's going to be some people who go, you know what, that's inappropriate. But for the most part, they're going to embrace that quarterback.
Yeah, the whole rest of the NFL that doesn't have Johnny Manziel.
You would have fit in real well with Jerry Jones.
That's crazy. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
That's a crazy story.
The plan was to draft him and sit him for 3 years behind Romo so he could learn the system.
Really?
And
Wow.
and that probably would have worked out better for him.
Would have,
I think so, yeah.
So Dallas Cowboys fans have Jerry Jones' son to be mad at.
Well,
If you wanted Jerry.
it depends on how this works out. We'll be able to know a little bit more in 3 to 5 years how this works out.
Let's wait and see if Johnny Manziel's a superstar, and then we can be mad at him. Let's do that.
I mean, of course, if he's the next Tom Brady, yeah, they're going to be mad.
Yeah, so will every other team that passed up on him, though.
Yeah, but other teams didn't have his name on the draft card.
That's true. That's horrible. I can't believe that. Wow.
That was absolutely. I was reading that interview, and that guy actually came on ESPN yesterday, and he was basically saying, and he's written stuff on the Dallas Cowboys as well before. He wrote a book on Jerry Jones, and he said, so I know Jerry Jones, and I know that if he had his name on the draft card, he intended to turn it in.
Wow.
Yeah.
So his son basically trying to save his dad from a mistake.
Basically. I don't know. That's crazy. It's insane to think of, NFL players, how their career would have been different off of just a small decision like that.
Yeah.
Because, think about it. Andy Luck going to the Colts overall first.
Well, think about it. Brett Favre went to the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
And
no
I mean,
one
Kobe
knows
Bryant
still.
went to the Charlotte Hornets.
That's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
all these big name people, they started off in places that you don't know of, and so Manziel went to Cleveland. He's going to be in Cleveland for a while, so
Yeah.
he may not be the best quarterback, but I do think he's learning a little bit because his press conference was like top news last night. I mean,
yeah.
they broke in to go to his press conference on ESPN
Right.
after the game, which was kind of funny because, I mean, they didn't show anybody else, but they showed Manziel. And Manziel said, you know what? My first few games in college, I was tentative too. He goes, that's just going to take some working to get the nerves out. He goes, my footwork's going to get better, and I'm going to get better.
Yeah.
I
There
mean,
you go.
so he knows exactly what's going on. And I think a lot of this Manziel hype it's got to start to go away, and then he can actually focus on playing.
Right. Yeah, that's a big part of it right there. When you have so much hype surrounding you, the news cameras are always
Right.
in your face. You don't have any time to just be you. So he's got to play up this personality.
And he's not helping it. His personality's not helping. He should
Not at all.
He should probably just put his head down and go to work.
See, that's just something that I don't ever see him being able to do. At least not for the first season.
I don't think he will, but I mean, everybody can do it. It's in him to do it. He just has to show a little bit of self-control. And to this point, I don't think he showed that self-control.
Yeah, we'll see how it turns out. I don't know. I don't know if he'll be able to show it or not, especially for a few other years. But
Who
I
knows?
just think he's too young for it right now. That's my thoughts.
Well, look at other quarterbacks. Other quarterbacks are going out there, and they're not doing the same stuff. Andrew Luck didn't do this stuff.
Oh, okay. Immature may have been the word, not young.
Yes.
I guess age has nothing to do with it. It's his maturity level.
Probably not. But you know what? He does look like he's having fun,
Yeah,
and that's a plus.
can't knock that. At least he's enjoying his time. I
Exactly.
don't know. We're making it worse by just feeding the fire, I think. Just talking about, I know I brought it up, but what can I say?
Johnny football is fun. What can I say?
I don't know. It just kind of gets annoying. I mean, he's going to have to show me something in the NFL.
That's where it's all going to come down to. Is it's just going to be, is he relevant,
Right.
or is he just going to become a footnote?
Yeah, I mean, because
Can he play this game? And I think he can.
see, because at one point I don't want it to become like the Justin Bieber of the NFL, to where he has no talent, but everybody just keeps following every antic that he has. Like that's I do not want it to turn into that. Which I guess it'd work out all right for Cincinnati if that keeps on happening. That's
Right.
fine with me.
Hey, speaking of Johnny football and everybody, Texas A&M yesterday named their new starting quarterback. Kenny Hill is going to get the job, and I like the way that it was handled. Kevin Sumlin was on yesterday, and he said he graded both his quarterbacks all the way through training camp,
Right.
and each one of them had, I think he said, had about 300 and something live snaps. Like, it was so close, he graded each snap that they had. And the quarterbacks were that even. They were just dead even. Now, Kyle Allen, who didn't get the job, he pushed Kenny Hill so closely to the edge that, Kevin Sumlin said that it came down to one, maybe two plays.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
He said it was that close. Kyle Allen hasn't given up yet, though, shortly after Kenny Hill was named quarterback. Kyle Allen tweeted, "Don't give up on me yet." So he hasn't given up on himself. Doesn't
That's
want
good
fans
news.
to give up on him. And that's, you know what, that's good to have that competition because it's going to push one of them. And, of course, Kyle Allen is the future. I remember talking to Jim Clements a couple weeks ago, and he was telling me, you know what, this kid is our future.
Right.
It may not be now,
Yeah.
but he's definitely the future. And so Texas A&M, I mean, looking bright. They may not miss Johnny football all at once.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think that. I mean, Texas A&M, they have a great program there. I mean, it's a fantastic program. There's a lot of history and tradition built in there at Texas A&M, and it doesn't all just revolve around one quarterback,
Right.
Johnny Manziel or not. I mean, that's a great defensive team. Texas A&M typically puts out some great defensive players, and there's just a lot more too. Just the one quarterback position. So.
Well, not only that, Kevin Sumlin actually has a history of developing quarterbacks, and he's I don't think that he's going to fail. I mean, he can churn these quarterbacks out. And some other news yesterday in college football, Ohio State lost their quarterback probably for the season.
Yeah, I heard about that too. That's going to be a big loss for them. What was it? Did he re-injure his shoulder? Is that what it was?
He did. Braxton re-injured his shoulder,
Man.
and that's going to be a devastating loss for them, especially going into the new college football playoff system.
Yeah, that's going to be huge right there.
Now, to swing things local, you put up a video package yesterday of all the scrimmage that you went to, and you put up that package. We posted that up on Facebook. It's on our YouTube as well, and it kind of gives you an inside look at some of the area teams.
Yeah, it's really cool because it just shows you the early on in the season, especially when you're into scrimmages like this in high school, there's a lot of things to work on at this point. And, I mean, a lot of it's just getting your rhythm down out there, just, strapping on the pads and going against another opponent.
Right.
But, we got some great video there at the Kahoma game when they took on Jim Ned. And then after that, we made our way out to Force N Friday night. Force N had a great showing out there against Grape Creek. And Stanton, of course, Saturday, they had played their first scrimmage of the season, got underway Saturday. They played a bigger school, Fort Stockton, which is a pretty big school, as to Stanton scrimmage. Of course, Big Spring, they scrimmaged Burke Burnett Friday morning as well. But, yeah, we got some pretty good video from all of the scrimmages around here. It just gives you an early look at some of the high school teams. They all looked great, though. I mean, out of all the teams that we covered over the weekend, there was not one of them that didn't look a lot better from last year.
Right.
So they've all improved.
Heather, did you see the video?
No, I saw a little bit of what Gooney showed me yesterday, but my phone don't play videos.
Oh, well, you can pull it up on your desktop as well. So.
Well, I can here, but I wasn't here.
But, yeah, the video is really cool, and you can go to our YouTube page and check it out. I also want to let everyone know that the Big Spring ISD has scheduled orientation. Last night, the Big Spring Junior High held orientation and got all those kids situated. Today, the Big Spring Intermediate School, which is 6th graders, they're going to hold orientation tonight, which starts at 5:30. The Big Spring High School seniors can pick up their schedule today from 8 till noon. Juniors can pick up their schedule from 1 to 4. Now, tomorrow, sophomores can pick up their schedule from 8 a.m. to noon, and then freshman orientation, which is the schedule. Freshman orientation and schedule pickup, that's going to start at 6 p.m. in the high school orientation. That's seniors and juniors today, sophomores and freshmen tomorrow at Big Spring High School. And Meet the Teacher Night for all elementary campuses is this Thursday. Kahoma Elementary is going to have theirs as well, and all these schedules are up on kbestmedia.com.
That's right. And also, you remember last year the Big Spring Lady Steers volleyball team, that awesome run that they had into the state championship playoffs?
Right. They went all the way up.
Was it the semis that they got all the way to?
They went to state. They went all the way to the finals.
Yeah, and just a fantastic run all season long last year. The girls look great again this year. Of course, they had that big Bev Ball Classic tournament in Abilene over the weekend.
I've been keeping up with that, by the way.
Yeah, they did fantastic, man. They pretty much won the consolation round because they had a gold bracket and a silver bracket. And Big Spring, after the first day, they found themselves in the silver bracket, but won every single match that entire last day of the silver bracket there, and looked great this season. I think it's going to be another long and exciting season of Lady Steer volleyball. They're actually playing again tonight, and this is a home game here at Steers Gym tonight. I believe 6 o'clock is when things will actually kick off there, and they're playing Abilene Wiley. Already this early. It's going to get heated.
Yeah, that's the good way to get the blood pumping, right?
That's intense. It's going to be fun. So get on out there at 6 o'clock tonight, support the Lady Steers. Let's kick them off and keep them going strong to go to state again. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I don't know if hate is a good word for that, but if it's not hate, it's really, really close for that rivalry. Just judging. Now, Heather, when you played softball, was the rivalry with Wiley, was that as hot as it is now?
Yeah, it was that. And
take us into the locker room. Is that your most hated?
Rooms.
Is that your most hated opponent?
No.
Would that be Andrews?
Yeah.
So Andrews a little bit more or way more?
Andrews always beat us. Abilene Wiley, we can get one over on every now and then.
So does that mean that now, since Big Spring has beaten Andrews pretty much on a regular basis, that's cooling off maybe a little bit? Because Andrews isn't in the division anymore for football, right, and Wiley still is, so maybe that's going to cool off a little bit, and Wiley is going to heat up a little bit more.
Well, see, when I was in high school, Wiley was still one of our big rivals.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Well, it takes years to build that type of thing.
I mean, in band, softball, football, basketball, volleyball, in any sport, Abilene Wiley was the big one.
Well, that's a rivalry right there.
Yes, they
They're
are.
keeping it going strong. Last year just heated it up even more.
But the games were always good.
Right.
Always. It was never just us getting completely shut out. It was always just back and forth.
Right.
And that's what I loved about it.
Well, that's exciting. That'll definitely fuel for a great season. And remember to get down there at Steers Gym tonight at 6 o'clock. Check out that game. It'll be a lot of fun there. Hey, we got more Gooney in the morning coming up. We're going to take a real quick break right here on KVSD, AM and FM.
Choices. This is what you will get with Parks Agency. Why shop anywhere else for insurance when Parks Agency is a one-stop shop? Get your home, auto, motorcycle, and your business quoted with almost any national insurance company such as Allstate, Travelers, Liberty Mutual, and Progressive, just to name a few. Hi, I'm Mike Richardson, and all of us here at the Parks Agency have been devoted to our customers and our community since 1935. We work for you. Stop by 900 Main or call us at 267-5504 and you experience the difference of choice.
You say on the refrigerator you keep a scorpion count?
Yeah, and it's up to 1243 in 14 years. First year or two, we got a lot of them. You'd be sitting there reading at night and hear something go and you hit the floor and you look around, there it goes scorpion. 3 or 4 a night.
Weekdays at 8:15 a.m. on KVSD.
I'm Danny Flanagan. Some topics are easy to talk about. Cremation isn't one of them. But when planning a funeral, it's a good idea to consider all the choices. At Nally Pickle & Welch Funeral Home and Crematory, we can help. If you're considering cremation, we can explain all the alternatives for a dignified, personalized service. Did you know that with cremation, you can still have a visitation, memorial gathering, interment, and all the regular funeral services? Contact Nally Pickle & Welch for a free brochure on cremation and cost. We'll answer all your concerns.
A farmer was showing his visiting city-dwelling friend around his farm. "Watch this," he said. He gave a whistle and his little dog came running from the house, herded the cattle into the corral, and latched the gate with her paw. "Wow, that's some dog. What's her name?" The forgetful farmer thought for a minute and then asked, "What do you call that red flower that smells good and has thorns on the stem?" "A rose," he said. "That's it." The farmer turned to his wife. "Hey, Rose, what do we call this dog?" "I am Mark Lindsay, pastor of First Baptist Church for Look Up and Live." Funny how we forget things, isn't it? But I am not so sure God finds it all that funny. When we read about the children of Israel and their journeys through the wilderness for 40 years, we see how God provided wonderful miracles for them, feeding them daily with manna, guiding them by a pillar of fire by night and a cloud by day, parting the Red Sea. Yet, over time, those miracles just became commonplace and they began to take them for granted. Even though God has done many miracles in our lives, we still get anxious when things are not going quite the way we hoped. Think of all God has done in your life and remember the joy you felt. We need to relive that joy today. The miracle of God's new birth is in us, and the many other miracles God has done are not ones to be quickly forgotten. We need to relive them daily. Spend some time remembering the miracles the Father has done in your life and strive to trust Him for the trials you face today.
Hi, I'm Allie, Bridgestone Innovation Engineer, and I hate flat tires. I mean, there's never a good time for one, right? That's why we engineered our new Drive Guard tire to take a puncture and keep driving up to 50 miles, and up to 50 miles per hour. So now if I get a flat, I can keep my cool and keep going. Bridgestone Drive Guard. Continue your journey.
Your Bridgestone dealer is Franklin & Son, with locations in Big Spring, Stanton, and Lamesa. Franklin & Son.
This is your Action News reporter again at the scene of Back in Motion Chiropractic, where another amazing incident seems to have occurred. Pardon me, sir, did you see what happened here at Back in Motion?
Yeah, I did.
He looked like an ordinary man, but I believe he was a superhero. He took Ethel's head and adjusted her neck real gentle-like, and she came out a-smiling. Took her pain away in a flash. Come back here, Ethel!
There you have it. Pain has once again been eliminated at Back in Motion Chiropractic.
It's another day in West Texas. Around here, we do things the right way. A handshake is as good as gold. We smile at our neighbors and say please and thank you. And when we're on the road, a simple wave says it all. And our truck is a Ram. Bought right here in West Texas from Truck Down Dodge in La Mesa. Live life the West Texas way. The Truck Down Dodge way. Formerly Benny Boy Dodge.
Hair by Jose. Big city styles, small town prices. Have you seen Hair by Jose's new studio in downtown Big Spring? Hair by Jose is at 109 East 3rd Street and carries top-of-the-line hair products including TG, Bedhead, and S Factor. Hair by Jose. Big city styles, small town prices. Book an appointment today by calling 714-HAIR. 714-HAIR. See the new location at 109 East 3rd Street in downtown Big Spring. Hair by Jose.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Wait, we're talking about Gooney here. Well, at least he's funny. Sort of.
And welcome back to Gooney in the Morning on KBST, AM and FM. It is Tuesday. Was that a horse?
That's exactly why I was
that was a
There we
horse,
go.
right?
That's exactly why I was laughing. I never noticed that there was a horse in that song.
It is Tuesday, August 19th, 6:49 here at the KBS studios. It's 70 degrees outside. Went up a degree. Heather's in the house.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, that was a horse again. There it is. Yeah.
I've never noticed that. That is awesome.
Man, the things that you'll notice when you listen to instrumental versions.
Awesome.
Speaking of that,
what
just happened? Chloe had her first snort yesterday. I made her laugh so hard she snorted, and it
No
was the
way.
cutest snort in the world. It was so adorable. Like, I don't even exactly remember what I did to make her laugh, but I did something, and then I look over, and as soon as I did, I just hear her. It was just like you could tell that she didn't know what it was, because after she did it, she just kind of covered her mouth and was like, "Oh, what was that?" Oh, she thought it was awesome. That was cute. It was great.
That is so
First
cool.
kid snort. Oh, it was great. I was so excited about it. I was just excited I was the one that made her do it. Too bad I can't remember what it was. It was funny. Remember that? Made me laugh. And if you're not wait.
Johnny.
Sorry.
It's not even 7 o'clock yet.
I apologize. Hey, also, I want to remind everybody that we're doing this, we got this Fill the Bus going on right now, donating some. It's awesome what Pastor Brown's doing there, donating tons of school supplies for area schools.
Yeah, it's an actual school bus, right? Like a real school.
bus.
Yeah. Okay. Because I saw one at Walmart and it was a cardboard cutout, and I didn't.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, like there was another bus.
It seems like HEB always used to do that, where they had a cardboard cutout and you'd kind of donate supplies and
Just throw some stuff in there.
They may be kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
No, I think
pretty
this
much.
is an
But
actual
this is an actual bus.
I believe, yeah.
And it's called Fill the Bus with Praise and Supplies. Donation dates are August 15th through the 22nd. The actual distribution date would be the 22nd. Time is 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. This bus will be parked at Back in Motion. Chiropractor, it's Gooney, say that word.
Back in Motion Chiropractic.
Yeah, at 1113 South Scurry. So, and if you want to just make a donation for money, just go to Western Bank and tell them you want to make a donation for Fill the Bus.
Nice.
So,
yeah, that's a really cool deal right there. And that's, this is something that we've been talking about, and Charles has definitely hit on this several times, that, a lot of kids, they won't, make their voice heard if they don't have certain school supplies.
Yeah,
and that was something for me too, because when I was a kid, we always didn't have all the school supplies that we needed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, you're embarrassed to mention that, you don't have the money to afford certain things, so you just won't say anything, and you'll either just not do the work and end up getting bad grades because of that, or you're constantly worrying about that, that situation.
you shouldn't have to do that. You're just a little kid going through school.
Exactly. You need to be there to be able to focus and learn. So Pastor Brown has
Don't
created
learn
this.
today.
and got some great sponsors to help him out with this this entire event. And I know Adrian Calvio donated tons. It was either yesterday or the day before, but
I think it was the day before.
Tons of supplies for an entire class.
Yep.
And that is a lot right there. So great job, Adrian. The YMCA is a great sponsor for this. Of course, Back in Motion is us here at KVS Media. We're doing more office supplies. You got some other great sponsors on there, too.
Western Bank, Affordicare, West Office Supply, Farmers Insurance, Leonard's Pharmacy, and Lone Star Instrumentation and Electric Corporation. Wow. It really is.
You know what I like about the flyer that they made up for this is for Leonard's Clinic Pharmacies.
They actually took
They
the
used
picture.
the old sign that they had on the Leonard's downtown.
That is awesome.
Really cool that they had that on there. Something else that's really cool. I don't know. This is a crazy story. This is out of UK.
Here we go.
This is say something like that. You never know. Well, it's just crazy. Part of a beach in the UK was recently closed after a man was seen tossing a grenade for his dog to catch on the beach. Just tossing a grenade around. Well, according to the Orange News over there, the owner had picked up what he thought was just a barnacle-encrusted stone and started throwing it around for his dog to play with as they walked along the beach. Luckily, there was an off-duty military explosive expert. How nice to have one of those just hanging around.
Just all randomly, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
I know exactly what that is.
Yeah, he just happened to be in the area and realized that the so-called stone was actually a World War II grenade that was still on the beach. And he alerted the authorities who cordoned off the beach. They got the yellow tape out and said, get off the beach. There's not any sharks, but there's some grenades out here. And I guess properly
Next thing you know, they find landmines and...
Yeah, well, what's crazy is that is the 5th grenade discovered in the area in just several months over there. The 5th one. So I don't know if, like, the ocean's bringing them up onto the beach and washing them up, or I was talking to Dale Coach because he went on vacation recently in South Texas down in the Gulf, and he was saying that he saw the ocean turn, which you see lakes turn all the time, stuff like that. Well, the people down there in the Galveston area, the people that lived there, was like, this is the first time we've ever seen the ocean turn. I wonder if that's maybe kind of happening in the UK also. I'm bringing up some old WW2.
What do you mean turn?
Like the current underneath, like on the bottom layer, like on the shore, not the shore, the bed of the lake. Sometimes, I guess the currents will make that. It basically flips upside down to where all of the dirt that's on the bed of the lake comes up on the surface of the water and kind of flips it over, and that's what they call turning it. Yeah, and they saw the ocean had done that, which is something they've never seen happen down there. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure
global warming,
before.
Guys, greenhouse gases.
It's Obama. It's Merck. No, but that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's something like that in the UK. Maybe the ocean's kind of turning, or maybe it washed
just
up.
Bringing
I don't know.
some stuff up.
To have 5 of them just in a few months is kind of scary.
Especially in 2014.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's been a few years since World War II. Yeah. But they're saying that what they're saying is there may have been like a crate of weapons that have just ended up in the sea during the war, and that they're just now starting to wash up. But that's a long time to take for washing up. I think that would have already happened by now.
See, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't know. That's craziness. Hey, be sure to get your birthdays and anniversaries in on our Facebook page. We got TSN coming up right here on KVST, AM and FM.
Texas Supreme Court Justice Tom Phillips. In Austin, Chris Fox, TSN News.
The oldest building at the Alamo will be closed for a while for an extreme makeover. Crews will be putting a new roof on the Long Barracks, and Andy Hogue with the General Land Office says unlike your own home, they have to call in historical architects to do the job.
It's being overseen by some architects that know what they're doing in terms of antique and classic architecture, so they got to be careful.
And the project involves the Long Barrack, not the Alamo Church. The work, we're told, should be done by mid-October. By the middle of the third quarter last night, Johnny Manziel had enough, jogging off the field after an incomplete pass. He was hearing it from the Washington bench and flipped the bird over his shoulder as he walked off the field. Now he's hearing about it from his coaches and from the NFL. Manziel says he knows it was wrong.
I get words exchanged with me throughout the entirety of the game, every game, week after week, and should have been smarter. It was a Monday Night Football game. I mean, the cameras probably solidly on me. So I just need to be smarter about that.
This week, the former Aggie could find out if he's won the job as the Browns' starting quarterback. Willie Nelson and Neil Young will headline a concert next month organized by opponents of the Keystone XL oil pipeline. The September 27th event is planned at a farm in northeast Nebraska. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. The farm is in the path of the pipeline, which would run from Canada to central Oklahoma. The southern leg from Oklahoma to the Texas coast is already in operation, but President Obama has not yet ruled on the northern part of the Keystone line. And the trial of a southeast Texas father accused of killing a drunk driver in a fit of rage after his two sons were fatally struck on a rural road near Alvin is expected to begin today. This is TSN News.
Business owners, have you ever considered franchising? Franchising is not just about food. It's about all kinds of products and services. What is franchising? Franchising is simply a form of business by which an owner of a product or service obtains distribution via affiliated dealers. By franchising, you'll have a motivated owner in your locations around the world, not a lazy employee. By franchising, you don't need to raise money. Your franchisees pay you a franchise fee up front, plus royalties every month, forever. Franchising is a $750 billion industry. Don't you owe it to yourself to look into franchising your business today? If you own a business and you want to expand, it's time you took a serious look at growth via franchising. Go to franchisedevelopmentgroup.com today and sign up for their upcoming free webinar. Sign up for a free webinar today at franchisedevelopmentgroup.com. That's www.franchisedevelopmentgroup.com.
Authorities say at least 2 people were shot and 31 arrested in clashes overnight in Ferguson, Missouri. Police say bottles and Molotov cocktails were thrown and that some officers had come under heavy gunfire. Police fired tear gas and flash grenades. The World Health Organization says the Ebola outbreak in West Africa has now killed more than 1,200 people. The health agency says the death toll has risen to 1,229 from among 2,200 reported cases in Liberia, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, and Guinea. But agency officials warn that measures to restrict travel in heavily infected areas are limiting access to food in many cases as well. The whole villages and counties currently under quarantines in those 4 nations. I'm Mitch Carr on the Texas State Network. This is TSN.
With news every hour, this is KBST AM and FM, Big Spring.
Here's the latest from ABC News. I'm Richard Davies. The protests in Ferguson, Missouri over the shooting of an unarmed black teenager by police continued last night.
Oh, cool.
Hands up, don't shoot, they chanted. But there were also clashes that police blame on outsiders. ABC's Toman Bradley is in Ferguson.
Governor lifted the curfew and ordered in the National Guard to protect peaceful demonstrators. But once again, things got out of hand. At least 2 people were shot, and there were more than 30 arrests. And there is absolutely no sign that this city will be returning to normal anytime soon. The start of the school year is delayed. There's a no-fly zone over the city, and the National Guard, they're not going anywhere.
Police in Ferguson say bottles and Molotov cocktails were thrown from the crowd and that some officers came under gunfire. The UN Health Agency says the Ebola outbreak in West Africa has now killed more than 1,200 people. Over half those reported cases resulted in deaths. Thousands of people in Central California have been urged to leave their homes because of a dangerous wildfire. ABC's Neil Karlinski.
In this vacation town of Oakhurst, California, just 16 miles from Yosemite National Park, 13,000 people ordered to evacuate. Homeowners watching as out-of-control flames jumped from trees and over roads.
I can't believe how powerful that is. I mean, the trees, they're a couple hundred feet tall, and all of a sudden you see flames.
Hundreds of homes and businesses in jeopardy, at least 8 already destroyed. The fast-moving fire scorching nearly 1,200 acres so far.
That fire did grow very quickly. In northern Iraq, more clashes today between government security forces and ISIS insurgents. Gunfire exchanged on the outskirts of Tikrit. Yesterday, Iraqi and Kurdish forces took back control of the country's largest dam from ISIS. This is ABC News.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number.
Call 877-319-MyTV.
The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. So cancel the cable and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money.
Call 877-319-MyTV.
At just $24.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card.
Call 877-319-MyTV. That's 877-319-MyTV.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number.
Call 877-319-MyTV.
The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. So cancel the cable and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money.
Call 877-319-MyTV.
At just $24.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card.
Call 877-319-MyTV. That's 877-319-MyTV. As kids get ready to go back to school, experts are warning children are more likely now than at any other time of the year to get injured by cars. Here's ABC's Scott Goldberg.
Apparently, one of the lessons kids forget during the summer is to look both ways before crossing the street. The group Safe Kids Worldwide says more children are hit by cars in September than any other month. And it put together this video reminding them to look up from phones and tablets.
Hold on.
And to take off headphones.
This moment of silence is in honor of Christina, who was killed while distracted as she crossed the street.
Experts at Vanderbilt University say kids, parents, and all drivers need to be vigilant when school is back in session. Scott Goldberg, ABC News.
There's a court hearing today in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania for 4 teenagers. They're accused of a crime spree in July that included dropping a rock onto a car of an Ohio middle school teacher and severely injuring her. Richard Davies, ABC News.
The Big Green Egg, the most versatile cooking device ever. Is it a grill? Is it an oven? Or a smoker? The answer is yes. You can sear steaks, chops, and fish with a flavor-packed crust unmatched by other grills. High-temperature steakhouse grilling, even at 750 degrees, is quick and easy. The Big Green Egg bakes bread, pizza, cookies, cakes better and quicker than your kitchen oven. You may never bake indoors again. Meals are more memorable when you roast a turkey or ham on a Big Green Egg. The moisture retention produces the most flavorful meat you have ever tasted. The construction of the egg allows for extreme flexibility at low heat or when used as a smoker. The egg gives the best results with turkey, ham, brisket, chicken, or ribs. Want a slow cook at low heat for 14 to 16 hours? No problem. Convenience is the name of the game. So stop in for a no-pressure shopping experience at Elrod's Furniture, Big Spring's oldest, largest, finest furniture store with the best brands and best prices at 2309 Scurry Street.
Hello, I'm Larry McClellan, owner of Leonard's Family of Pharmacies, which has been serving Big Spring and Howard County for over 65 years. We've always strived to serve our hometown with exceptional service, competitive prices, and community service. We invite you to visit our 3 locations: Professional Pharmacy at 10th and Main, Leonard's Pharmacy at 7th and Scurry, and Westover Pharmacy on the corner of FM 700 and Westover. Enjoy the hometown service of Leonard's Family of Pharmacies.
Choate Well Service has lots of equipment for your water well needs. We drill water wells that are always cased and gravel packed to keep the well from caving and sanding in. Choate Well Service drills and finishes a well to state specifications for oil well sites and domestic applications. For your water well needs, call us. Choate Well Service, 393-5231. We're the best in the business.
All the reasons to drive only a mile for a smile. Compare our prices. See for yourself. We have the best deals available. Buy local. Receive first priority service. The sales staff are eager to put you in a new or used immaculate vehicle. Come to Pollard, 1501 East 4th Street. They've been making drivers happy for 53 years. Drive away happy. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Dare to compare. Dare to compare H-E-B low prices. H-E-B operates by a simple philosophy. H-E-B will have low prices in every aisle every single day compared to any store. Dare to compare. Not only that, but H-E-B on Gregg Street is a strong community supporter and is proud to be among those who donate to community events right here in Big Spring. H-E-B. Dare to compare.
My name is Phil, and this is my Alon road trip. Fina is now Alon. My crew and I are traveling to each store, bringing a new name, new signs, and a new attitude. Follow me at myalon.com. Enter to win free gas and prizes. Play our Facebook games. Apply for an Alon credit card at myalon.com. Myalon.com. Enter to win free gas and prizes. Play our Facebook games. Apply for an Alon credit card at myalon.com. Myalon.com. And I'll see you along the way.
Have you ever wanted to ask the mayor a question but didn't know how? Well, now you can on KVST's Ask the Mayor. Ask the Mayor is a call-in show that allows you to speak directly with Mayor McClellan about the issues affecting your community. You can also send emails to mayor@kvst.com. Email your questions or comments for Mayor McClellan right now. Mayor McClellan will respond to emails live on the air. Ask the Mayor will be the first Wednesday of every month at 8:15 a.m. right here on KVST. Go ahead, ask Mayor McClellan. With the news you need, when you need it. Howard County's news leader, your K-Best Radio Group News.
Good morning, I'm Kayla Kay with your K-Best Radio Group News. The time is 7:08 a.m. and it's about 69 degrees. And rain swept across Howard County yesterday afternoon with some areas receiving a heavy downpour. And at the K-Best studio, we received 0.4 of an inch, which brings our two-day total to just under an inch of rain. A chance of rain remains in our forecast today, and we'll have your complete weather forecast coming up. And Community Health System, which operates 206 hospitals across the United States, announced today that hackers recently broke into its computers and stole data on 4.5 million patients. Scenic Mountain Medical Center, which is part of a Community Health System, tells KBST News that the Scenic Mountain Medical Center has not been informed of a breach of information, therefore may not have been affected. Marketing coordinator Amanda Duferat says that it could be as late as tomorrow before the hospital is notified of a possible breach. A statement released on behalf of the Big Spring facility says that limited personnel identification data belonging to some patients who were seen at Family Medical Center over the past 5 years was transferred out of their organization in a criminal cyber attack by a foreign-based intruder, possibly out of China. The transferred information did not include any medical or credit information, but it did include names, addresses, birth dates, telephone numbers, and Social Security numbers. All affected patients are being notified by letter and offered free identity theft protection. And today, Big Spring High School seniors can pick up their schedules from 8 a.m. until noon. Juniors can pick up their schedules from 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. And Big Spring Intermediate will hold orientation at 5:30 p.m. for 6th graders. Tomorrow on Wednesday, Big Spring High School sophomores can pick up their schedules from 8 a.m. until noon, and Coahoma High School will also have schedule pickup on Wednesday. And on Thursday, all BSISD elementary schools will host Meet the Teacher Night at each campus. Big Spring High School freshman orientation will be held at 6 p.m. in the high school auditorium. 4th and 6th grade orientation will be held at 2:30 in the auditorium. And 4th and Elementary will have a Meet the Teacher from 6 to 7 p.m. Coahoma Elementary will have a Meet the Teacher at 11 a.m. And Coahoma Junior High registration and Meet the Teacher is at noon. The Big Spring Police Department sent out a media release detailing a Sunday stabbing that left 2 men hospitalized. The 2 men were identified as 30-year-old Joshua Pierce and 58-year-old John Sipes. The investigation revealed that Sipes was accused of touching Pierce's wife inappropriately at a gathering at Pierce's house. Sipes then went home next door and Pierce followed. While talking to a third person, Sipes came in the room from behind Pierce and stabbed him twice in the right side. Pierce then turned toward his attacker and fought back. Both subjects were taken to the emergency room by ambulance, and Sipes was later transported to Lubbock due to serious facial injuries. Pierce was kept in the hospital in order to surgically remove part of a knife blade that broke off inside him. At this time, no charges have been filed, and there is no updates on the condition of the 2 men. And the Professional Development Day and Teacher Appreciation event was held yesterday at the Dorothy Garrett Coliseum. There were approximately 750 teachers in attendance, coming from Big Spring, Cahoma, Forsyth, Garden City, and Grady. The day started off with convocation where State Representative Drew Darby addressed the changes in high school curriculum as a result of House Bill 5. Representative Darby tells KBST News why he is excited about the event.
This is a wonderful event. Every year it's an opportunity to be with educators and superintendents and folks that care about our kiddos, and we're all excited about the start of another school year. I don't care how old you are, you got to get excited about school coming up. And it's an opportunity we can be with some folks who are responsible for the future of Texas.
And keynote speaker Denny Hill addressed the fight against student apathy. Hill, who is from Nashville, Tennessee, is an author, former principal, and educator with 33 years' experience. Big Spring ISD Community Relations Coordinator George Bancroft tells KBST News that the event is about reviewing fundamentals and getting ready mentally for the school year.
Today is about reviewing fundamentals for some of our new people, and of course it's not just Big Spring folks, it's people from all over the area have come to partake in our staff development, and it's just about getting mentally ready for the game, maybe learning a handful of new strategies.
And teachers also had the chance to attend 3 breakout sessions throughout the day with topics ranging from technology in the classroom to instructional practices to administrative concerns. There were about 30 choices in all.
Today, the teachers are going to have an opportunity to kind of pick and choose where they feel like they need some assistance or at least some new ideas. So they'll be doing some breakout sessions all day long. And there's probably 30 different choices for the teachers to choose from in terms of what kind of a knowledge do they want to acquire and who do they want to get it from.
With the start of a new year comes excitement and optimism.
One of the best things I think about being in education is, every year's a new year, a chance to get re-excited, and most of us get a little time off in the summer to energize. So, yeah, I'm always excited about a new year, and I think most educators are. They look forward to that opportunity to start fresh.
And yesterday, a 46-year-old man was transported to Midland Memorial Hospital after a fall at an oil rig in Glasscock County. He is said to have suffered from minor head, back, and neck injuries. And KBST News spoke with Glasscock Sheriff's Department, who confirmed the fall and told us that he fell approximately 3 feet. In late Friday, Governor Rick Perry was indicted on 2 felony counts for abuse of official capacity and coercion of a public servant by a Travis County grand jury. The case stems from Perry's vetoing $7.5 million in funding for the Travis County Public Integrity Unit last year. He threatened to withhold the money unless District Attorney Rosemary Limburg resigned. Perry made it clear that he did not believe the state should fund an office headed by someone who has lost the public's trust. Limburg was arrested in April 2013 for drunk driving and later pled guilty. She served a 45-day sentence but remained in office. The issue is whether Perry was playing political hardball or threatening a public official to resign. Perry said people need to understand the details of his veto and that every Texas governor has made such decisions for decades. The last time a Texas governor was indicted on charges stemming from a veto was in 1917. KBST News spoke to Representative Drew Darby this morning and asked him for his thoughts on the governor's indictment.
Well, having participated in the last session and of course, in the budget process, I support Rick Perry as our governor. He was exercising his constitutional right, and no question the governor has that responsibility. He exercised that responsibility, and so, we'll just watch the process as it unfolds. And, I hate it for Texas. I hate it for the state. I hate it for our governor. I hate it for our criminal justice system. I think we could devote our resources a whole heck of a lot better than we're doing them now.
And the Economic Development Corporation will hold their Board of Directors meeting today at 5:15 p.m. in the Chamber of Commerce boardroom. Some of the items on the agenda will be the 2014-2015 annual budget, infrastructure upgrades to the northern sector of Big Spring, which will allow motels and apartments to be built along the I-20 service road. They will also be discussing the master plan's cost and details along with policies and procedures for the EDC. And the Howard College Board of Trustees will hold a public hearing today at 12:30 p.m. in the Tumbleweed Room at Howard College. This is the second of 2 required hearings the Howard College trustees are required to have before adopting a new rate of 17.3457 cents per $100 valuation, which is a 3-cent decrease from last year. The first hearing was held last Friday and drew a little interest from the community. In obituaries, Ruthie Murphy, 44, of Big Spring, died Wednesday, August 13th, 2014, in Temple. Graveside services will be at 10 a.m. today at Mount Olive Memorial Park. Arrangements are by Myers & Smith Funeral Home and Chapel. Ronald Dugan, 57, of Big Spring, died August 15th, 2014, at his residence. Graveside services will be held at 2 p.m. today at the Paradise Cemetery in Wise County. Arrangements are under the direction of Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home and Crematory. Patsy Chansey, 74, of Big Spring, died August 16th, 2014, in a local hospital. Funeral services will be held at 10 a.m. tomorrow, August 20th, at the Holy Trinity Catholic Parish. Interment will follow at Mount Olive Memorial Park. A vigil service will be held at 7 p.m. tonight at the Nally Pickle and Welch Rosewood Chapel. Geraldine Halfman, 92, of Amarillo, formerly of Big Spring, died August 16th, 2014, in an Amarillo nursing home. Funeral services will be held at 1 p.m. Wednesday, August 20th, 2014, at the Nally Pickle and Welch Rosewood Chapel. Interment will follow at Trinity Memorial Park. A visitation will be held from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. tonight at the Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home. Ed Wimp Holcomb, 81, of Big Spring, died Monday, August 18th, 2014, in a Lubbock hospital. Funeral services are pending at Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home and Crematory. KBST News Time is 7:19. This portion of your news is brought to you by Myers & Smith Funeral Home. We'll be back with a look at your sports and weather right after this.
There are any number of ways to create a fitting farewell to a loved one lost. We can help you decide which one is right for your family.
We talked a lot about what kind of ceremony to have.
I think we made the right choice. A full range of funeral services, all delivered with sensitivity, compassion, and respect.
Myers & Smith Funeral Home and Chapel.
KBST News Time is 7:19. Right now we have our KBST Sports Director, Gooney, with your sports.
Thanks, Kayla. The Texas Rangers have a short 2-game series that begins in Miami tonight. Rangers are 48-76 for the 14 season. The first pitch is at 6:10, and that game can be heard on the mighty 1490 KBST AM. The Houston Astros begin a new series in New York tonight against the Yankees with the first pitch at 6:05. In minor league baseball, the Midland Rockhounds begin a new 4-game series in Midland tonight against the Corpus Christi Hooks with the first pitch from Citibank Ballpark at 6:30. In college football, the Oklahoma Sooners are suspending running back Joe Mixon for the entire season. The highly touted freshman was charged Friday with misdemeanor assault after being accused of punching a woman in the face at a cafe last month. Mixon could face up to a year in jail if convicted. In local sports, the Lady Steers volleyball team takes on Abilene Wiley tonight at 6 p.m. at Steers Gym. And today's KBST Sports High School football team of the day belongs to the Sands Mustangs of Ackerley. Sands narrowly missed the playoffs last year and have some big plans for the new season. We caught up with Coach Keith after the Sting scrimmage against Westbrook last Friday.
I thought we did some good things. Obviously, we got a lot of things to work on, which is why you scrimmaged to begin with. But they showed us some things that we really need to work on that we don't get to see in practice. Also, we went 10 plays with Blackwell, who's a pretty good Division II school, so that also showed us some good things.
We asked Coach Keith what we are in store for this season.
I don't know if anybody knows, but last year we scored I think we averaged 60 points a game or 65. And
was up there.
But we also gave up 60 or 65. So our focus this year has been on defense, just getting to the football, tackling, doing our job, being a little bit more fundamentally sound than we were last year. And the problem is we got 7 kids on varsity and 7 kids going to play offense, 7 kids going to play defense. So they're going to have to be focused when they're tired. But that's been our focus all spring and so forth, is mental toughness and being concentration when you're tired.
KBST Sports asked Coach Keith who some of the key players to look for this season are.
I'll start with our kicker. He was second-team All-Region last year as a kicker, Victor Villasana. Dayton Edelman, our quarterback, was second-team Offensive Player of the Year, I think, in Region. And Dylan Tyndall and Dylan Segundo, Will McMorris, and those guys, I think, will be the ones that we're going to hang our hat with.
The Sands Mustangs will be highlighted throughout the day on KBST Sports, and be sure to tune in tomorrow for another Area 6-man team report. For more information, you can log on to kbestmedia.com. This is Gooney in the K-Best Sports Center.
Thanks, Gooney. KBSD News Time is 7:22. A complete look at your Howard County weather forecast right after this.
Pastor Courtney Ballard and the good folks at the Circuit Riders Cowboy Church of Howard County would like to invite you and your family to their Sunday worship services at 10 o'clock. Bible study begins at 9. Cowboy Church is located south of Big Spring at 5108 Nichols Road, and that's across the street from the Elbow Elementary School at the corner of Farm Road 818 and Nichols Road. Dress is casual. Come join us for old-time gospel and country songs. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday.
KBST News Time is 7:23 with your local weather forecast today. For August 19th, the high will be 92 with a low of 73 degrees and a 30% chance of rain today. Winds are going to be out of the south at about 13 miles per hour. For tomorrow, we're going to have sunny skies with a high near 94 and a low of 74. There will be a 10% chance of showers tomorrow and winds out of the south at 17 miles per hour. And it's looking mostly sunny the rest of the week. And that's your KBS Radio Group weather. Stay tuned for Gooney in the Morning right after this.
This is your Action News reporter again at the scene of Back in Motion Chiropractic, where another amazing incident seems to have occurred. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened here at Back in Motion?
Yeah, I did. He looked like an ordinary man, but I believe he was a superhero. He took Ethel's head and adjusted her neck real gentle-like, and she came out a-smiling. Took her pain away in a flash. Come back here, Ethel!
There you have it. Pain has once again been eliminated at Back in Motion Chiropractic.
When you combine juicy beef patties with enough jalapenos to power a rocket to Jupiter, you expect the price to be astronomical as well. Instead, you get one of the best values on Earth, and a new movement is born, Econom-Nom-Nomics, where impossibly good food and low prices can coexist in the universe. The Jalapeno Double. Try it now for just $2 on McDonald's Dollar Menu and more. It's Econom-Nom-Nomical. Nom, 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 nom. Prices and participation may vary.
Good morning, Abuelita.
Mijo, I'm glad you came over for breakfast. Here's some money. Run to the market and buy some chorizo for the burritos.
Oh, Tita, can we just go to McDonald's?
Why?
Well, McDonald's has a new chorizo burrito. It's delicious.
The new chorizo burrito is now at McDonald's. Scrambled eggs, dark meat chicken, chorizo seasoning, tomatoes, green chilies, onions, and white cheddar cheese, wrapped in a warm flour tortilla. It's a breakfast for everyone to love at McDonald's.
Vámonos. Let's go, mijo.
Limited time only at participating McDonald's.
All right, here we go. Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
It's showtime!
All right, showtime.
Showtime. Showtime.
It's showtime. It's showtime.
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 Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Hurry up.
Broadcasting live from the K-Best Studios in the Spring City. It's the morning show you wake up to hear. Gooney in the Morning with Gooney.
It's hard to think of words in the morning.
And Heather.
And I'm dyslexic and ADD.
Yes.
Whoa.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That escalated quickly.
Are you ready?
Might think it's crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break.
That's right, she is. Sunshine's here. Ow! Welcome, welcome, welcome to Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM.
Look, I don't care, baby, by the way.
It is Tuesday, August 19th, 7:26 here at the KBS Studios. Hey, it went back to 69 degrees outside.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that'll go back up here in a few minutes.
It's all right. It's going to be like 100 degrees in an
there's
hour.
another chance of rain today. It could happen.
Yay.
It could happen. Let's see if Charles washed his car, and it can happen. That's all it takes. Hey.
What?
Hey, let's do some birthdays.
Yeah.
Let's do some birthdays today.
Yeah.
On the Facebook page, we got a few birthdays. We had Cindy Parrish Claus. Cindy Claus out there in Kahoma. Big Jeff Gordon fan. Dale Coates always talking about Sandy Claus. I finally got to meet Sandy Claus, by the way.
Did you?
A few days ago. I went out to Kahoma. We were trying to find some businesses to help out with the sports sponsorships to broadcast Kahoma this year. And she works out there right in Sand Springs off the interstate. I went in there to drop one off, and she was like, "I'm Cindy Claus." I'm like, "I'm finally going to meet you."
Hey, that's what I would have said.
Jeff Gordon fans. Yeah, Sandy Claus wants to wish a happy birthday to James Bubba Parrish. Happy 30th birthday, Billy Bob Walker. Wow.
Billy Bob.
Wow. So a happy birthday to Bubba and a happy birthday to Billy Bob Walker. Billy Bob Walker was an outstanding athlete in Kahoma.
Was he?
Yeah, we were in the same class together, and he was a man-child. I'll just put that out there. That dude was stacked. Billy Bob was stacked. He was a tough guy to tackle, okay? There we go.
Wow.
And we had another birthday on here. This is a special one here to one of our members at the K-Best crew for KBST Sports, Jennifer Caudell, wishing a happy 28th birthday to Josh Caudell.
Oh, happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, Big Bro. Daisy. He knows what that means.
Yeah, I figured.
He knows what that means. Yeah, that's 28 years old. Look at Josh. Yeah, Josh will be broadcasting the Kahoma Bulldogs for us on 94.9 KBST AM this season. Yeah, excited about that.
Very nice.
I also wish Josh Caudell a happy birthday on the Facebook page, as well as happy birthday to Mr. Jake Hall. Happy birthday, Jake, the guy that follows me around everywhere. Yeah, he does. If you're having a birthday or anniversary out there, we here at Gooney in the Morning want to wish you a very special birth-anniversary. Who's the sweetheart today?
Miss
Heather in the house.
Kristen Willis.
Well, congratulations to Miss Kristen Willis. She'll be receiving a beautiful rose in a bud vase from Faye's Flowers. If you happen to see Kristen today, be sure to congratulate her on getting the sweetheart of the day and thank her for everything she does. And don't forget to give her $1. Also, if you would like to nominate somebody for Sweetheart of the Day, you can always give us a call here at the station, 263-KBST, 263-5278. Or you can just go to our website, kbestmedia.com. We also had a late call-in birthday. Happy 30th birthday to Amanda Allen. Happy birthday, Amanda. Birthdays all over the place. Whoa! Sorry, get a little bit of excitement going on there. A little bit of excitement. Hey, I want to remind everybody real quick that out at Kahoma today at 7 p.m., everybody's going to meet out at the Kahoma Elementary for prayer and to march around the school. This is pretty cool. After the prayer and the march, then everybody's going to go on out to Kahoma Park for some hot dogs. How about that? So meet up at Kahoma Elementary at 7 o'clock for the march and prayer. If you'd like any more information, you can give a call 263-6274. Hey, we got TSN coming up next right here on KBST AM and FM.
Good morning. This is Morning News Break from the Texas State Network. I'm Chuck Martin reporting. Coming up this Tuesday, August 19th, Governor Rick Perry will be arraigned Friday on that abuse of office
I'm Austin York. 2 Texas men will be spending a long time in prison after drugs they sold were responsible for at least 6 deaths.
We begin, though, with Governor Perry. We now know that his arraignment will be Friday on that abuse of office charge handed up by a grand jury last week, although the governor doesn't have to appear in person and, in fact, has plans to be campaigning in Iowa at that time. One of Perry's attorneys, Tony Busby, says the governor did nothing wrong by threatening to veto a state funding request for the Travis County Public Integrity Unit if DA Rosemary Lumberg didn't resign after she was arrested for a very public drunk driving charge.
For more than 100 years, Texas governor has had, no matter what political party, the right to veto legislation.
At some point, the governor will be fingerprinted and will have to pose for a mugshot. The Perry defense team has now picked up 4 more prominent attorneys, including Tony Busby.
Busby was announced at yesterday's press conference as the new lead.
Which of these lawyers will be paid by the state of Texas and which will be paid from other funds, whether it be a defense fund or whatnot, that hasn't been sorted yet. But we thought it would be smart at this point to form the team.
Also on the team, Bush Cheney campaign lawyer Ben Ginsburg, W. Bush Commission appointee Bobby Birchfield and former Texas State Supreme Court Justice Tom Phillips. In Austin, Chris Fox, TSN News.
The governor attempted to turn the tables and accused Lumberg of abusing her power, telling WSB talk show host Eric Erickson it is the Public Integrity Unit, which oversees state politicians, that has a history of abuse.
It is a system that frankly is fraught with danger and has been abused. If you think back, Kay Hutchison was indicted by Ronnie Earl, who indicted Tom DeLay.
While support for the governor is piling up, former Texas Congressman Ron Paul called the indictment pure politics on MSNBC.
When you look into this and how this came about, I mean, it really becomes a joke. So in this case, I would say the abuse of power comes more from the DA's office than from the governor's office.
Republican Governors Association Chairman Chris Christie said he has complete faith and confidence in Governor Perry's honesty and integrity. The New Jersey governor says he's certain that will be confirmed over time. Still to come,
I'm Chris Schneider, Johnny Manziel, and a little more hot water.
And Mike Rogers' other side of the news ahead on TSN Morning News Break.
Swinging at the whistling line, drive to left center field. The base hit is taken on the second.
Baseball is America's national sport, with more words written about it than any other sport.
Here comes the pitch, and there goes the line left.
It is exciting to watch a game.
There's a drive into left center field. That ball is going to be.
When you're getting ready to go to a game, check your vehicle. If you need a part, call West Texas at 263-5000. The folks in the know when it comes to auto parts. Snyder Highway, Big Spring.
Hi, I'm Allie, Bridgestone Innovation Engineer, and I hate flat tires. I mean, there's never a good time for one, right? That's why we engineered our new Drive Guard tire to take a puncture and keep driving up to 50 miles at up to 50 miles per hour. So now if I get a flat, I can keep my cool and keep going. Bridgestone Drive Guard. Continue your journey.
Your Bridgestone dealer is Franklin & Son, with locations in Big Spring, Stanton, and La Mesa. Franklin & Son.
Welcome back to Morning News Break. The Hunger in America 2014 study just out shows how widespread the problem remains in the U.S. Paul Gaither is with the Capital Area Food Bank in Travis County. He says it's a growing problem.
In the last year, the study showed that 80% of our clients had to choose between whether they were going to pay for food or whether they were going to pay for medicine or some sort of medical care.
Gaither says 2/3 of the food bank's partner agencies saw a spike in demand in the last year. And 1 in 4 military families is needing help putting food on the table. In San Antonio, Eric Cooper with the food bank says they see it far too often.
The military really do a good job of taking care of their own, but oftentimes because of pride, a military family might reach outside of the military for help.
Often it's veterans who return home from war and have trouble finding a job. A San Antonio suburb is trying something it hopes spreads statewide. Correspondent Jim Forsyth explains.
The town of Von Ormy, southwest of San Antonio, is abolishing its property tax. The mayor, Art Martinez Tavara, says the property tax is an archaic method of collecting money for local government.
It's part of our post-Reconstruction Constitution, where we were an agricultural state, and the common medium of wealth was land ownership.
Martinez Tavara thinks all local government should switch to a consumption-based tax like the sales tax. Of course, Von Ormy residents will still have to pay county and school district property taxes. In San Antonio, Jim Forsyth, TSN News.
The trial of a Southeast Texas dad accused of killing a drunk driver in a fit of rage expected to begin in Angleton today. His 2 sons were struck and killed by a suspected drunk driver along a rural road. Police in Greenville continuing the search for Heriberto Borrego. He's the suspect who investigators say stabbed 2 people to death and wounded 5 others outside a skating rink in Greenville. Sluggish demand for denim is leading American cotton growers in Littlefield to scale back operations from 7 to 5 days a week. That's a move that will mean the elimination of 69 jobs. Brian Gregory is vice president of textile manufacturing.
We're doing what we know is necessary in order to get our plant size from a capacity standpoint to match up with what the market is willing to purchase.
This move will drop the workforce to 320 employees. American Cotton Growers, northwest of Lubbock, is Littlefield's and Lamb County's largest employer. Well, kids aren't cheap, and a new report says it'll cost $250,000 to raise a child born last year to the age of 18. Financial planner Wendy Kowalik says would-be parents need to be smart before starting a family.
Change their priorities. Rather than spending money on discretionary items, they spend it on their children. Rather than going and doing certain trips, they spend it on their time with their kids.
She says the cost of raising children decreases with more kids because of hand-me-downs and bulk buying. Well, landing that dream job can be difficult, and TSN's Michael Board reports that some people are looking at new ways to impress potential bosses.
The latest trend, fans of the video game World of Warcraft are putting their virtual accomplishments on their real-world resume. Jamie Barrientos, who is addicted to the role-playing fantasy, says it makes sense to get to the highest levels. It takes dedication.
Like in the real world, you do your duties to get promoted. On a given day, I do about 25 given daily tasks that reward me with experience and gold.
And it's more than just dorks in their parents' basement playing World of Warcraft. Tens of millions log on, meaning there's a shot to make a real-world connection. In San Antonio, Michael Board, TSN News.
Well, TxDOT is wanting $50 million to study future transportation innovations like jetpacks, high-speed monorails, and hovercraft. They're asking lawmakers for that. TxDOT's Joe Barton says the goal is to team up with universities and the business community.
It's a long time to deliver these new transportation systems, and so we don't want to wait for the inevitable to happen. We want to be engaged in it as it's happening so we can get out ahead of it, plan for the policy, the infrastructure demand.
The Livestrong Foundation is making a $50 million donation to the UT Austin's New Dell Medical School to create the Livestrong Cancer Institutes. It's one of the largest gifts the school has received. It was originally called the Lance Armstrong Foundation, but changed its name in 2012 following the infamous doping scandal involving its founder and namesake, who was ultimately pushed out as the organization's chairman. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot worth an estimated $160 million. Mike Rogers is next.
Chuck, it's an unfortunate mixture of wildlife and cheese balls.
I cannot imagine breathing the air that he had in that container. It had to be very, very low oxygen.
We'll have more coming up on the other side of the news.
As Morning News Break continues.
Have you noticed an increase in the traffic? That means the boom is on. Little bitty country roads, city streets, and highways are crowded with trucks hauling oil field equipment. You're probably driving more these days, too, with the beginning of school. When you wear out a part on your pickup, call Westex at 263-5000. You'll find the part you need so you can get back in all that traffic. Westex, the folks in the know when it comes to parts for late model pickups. Snyder Highway, Big Spring.
Ladies, Dazzling Decor invites you to feel the power. When your phone battery is low, put it in your purse and get charged. That's right, put a dead phone in your purse and pull it out fully charged, thanks to the Mighty Purse. It's a stylish leather purse that charges your phone on the go. Yes, the Mighty Purse has a smartphone charger built in. The Mighty Purse at Dazzling Decor on 13th and Scurry. The Mighty Purse. Feel the power on the go at Dazzling Decor on 13th and Scurry.
Welcome back to Morning News Break. Here's Mike Rogers with the other side of the news.
It was a different kind of animal rescue pulled off by Shelley Hammonds with the Tennessee Department of Wildlife. Now, she works up in the Smoky Mountains and was contacted recently by some workers at a water treatment plant.
One of them had texted me on up in the afternoon that there was a bear with a bucket on its head.
But this was no bucket.
You know the cheese ball container, the buckets of cheese balls that you can buy at Walmart? One of those plastic, like I guess a 2-gallon jug maybe.
Look at this. There's like 1,000 cheese balls in there.
That is what is on his head.
Oh, help, Elmada. I'm stuck.
The neck of the bucket was around his neck. His head was completely in it.
Stick because I'm stuck on you.
He was not happy about it. Problem is, he ran into the woods before they could remove it. But Shelley kept looking.
It's just so frustrating to see something at the hands of humans to be struggling for its life.
Well, it all comes from eating too much.
I cannot imagine breathing the air that he had in that container. It had to be very, very low oxygen. And, of course, he wasn't eating.
And the happy news here is that they did finally catch Cheese Ball, that's what they named him, and removed the cheese ball container from his head.
He was one mad bear when he woke up.
Yeah, and hungry, too.
Cheese balls.
No more of those. They fed him a case of dog food instead, and as skinny as he was, he needed it,
I'm guessing around 100, 115 pounds.
which is half of what he should have weighed. And so the moral of the story, well, there's two of them, actually.
Animals don't need human influence. They just need to be wild and enjoy their world. And we're moving into their world, and we have to be conscious of what we're doing.
But even more importantly, for heaven's sakes, lay off the cheese balls.
Yeah, I don't think they're very good for you anyway.
And I'm Mike Rogers with the other side of the news on TSN.
Stick because I'm stuck on you.
Chris Schneider's got sports.
Thank you, Chuck. Good morning. Preseason football last night. The Browns lose to the Redskins, and Johnny Manziel seems to have gotten himself in a little more trouble. Raised his middle finger toward the opponent's bench as he returned to the huddle late in the third quarter. Manziel called the moment a lapse of judgment. His coach was not too happy about it afterwards. Cowboys and Texans continue working toward preseason game number 3. Now, the Cowboys still missing a lot of starters on defense, but cornerback Brandon Carr should be able to play for the first time this preseason at Miami. He buried his mother a couple of weeks ago. Baseball saw both the Rangers and Astros taking last night off. They'll both be busy tonight. Houston will be in New York to play the Yanks. Rangers in Miami for a short 2-game series. Chris Schneider, TSN Sports.
And recapping our top story, Governor Perry's arraignment on the 2-count indictment he faces will be held Friday in Austin, although the governor doesn't have to appear in person. In fact, he's scheduled to be in Iowa. With Morning News Break, I'm Chuck Martin, TSN News.
If you're thinking about buying a new vehicle or fixing up your property or taking a much-needed vacation, give the State National Bank a call at 264-2100. We can take care of your personal banking needs. You'll find experts who can get you to the place you want to be. Tell us what you need and leave the rest to us. We're your locally owned and operated bank, and we've been in business since 1909. People you know, tradition you trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, I'm Larry McClellan, owner of Leonard's Family of Pharmacies. I'd like to invite you to Westover Pharmacy, the newest pharmacy in Big Spring on the corner of Westover and FM 700. Westover Pharmacy was designed for your convenience with a drop-off and pickup window located on separate sides of the building, so there is less time to spend waiting. Pharmacist Candy Alleman and her friendly staff are eager to serve you at Westover Pharmacy on the corner of FM 700 and Westover, right here in Big Spring.
Dare to compare. Dare to compare H-E-B low prices. H-E-B operates by a simple philosophy. H-E-B will have low prices in every aisle every single day compared to any store. Dare to compare. Not only that, but H-E-B on Gregg Street is a strong community supporter and is proud to be among those who donate to community events right here in Big Spring. H-E-B. Dare to compare.
Westex Auto Parts keeps an up-to-date inventory of transmissions, engines, and rear ends for late model pickups. It's the place to go to save money when you're faced with big problems with your pickup. Westex has been supplying drivers of late model pickups with parts since 1947, so you can count on fast, courteous, and dependable service. Call Westex at 263-5000. The folks in the know when it comes to parts for late model pickups. Snyder Highway, Big Spring.
Waking you up since 2013. It's Gooney in the Morning.
Welcome back to Gooney in the Morning here on KBST AM and FM. Gooney here with you this morning, getting you up and on your way. It is Tuesday, August 19th, 7:46 here at the KBS studio. 69 degrees outside. I want to give a shout out to everybody in Ackerley today. Sands is our KBST Sports high school football team of the day. They'll be getting recognition all throughout the day. Got a pretty cool interview with Coach Keith out there. We got Heather in the house.
Hey, guys.
There we go.
Hey.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know where I was going with that. No, we got a really cool interview with Coach Keith out there. They played in Westbrook last Friday for their first scrimmage of the season.
Yeah.
And Sands, I don't know if you remember this from last season or not, but we really, especially Alex and I, we got really pumped up on Sands football last year. It was really the first time Alex had really ever been exposed to six-man football.
Yeah.
And we really started giving them a lot of coverage, and they were really appreciative of it. We got invited out to one of their Friday lunches, which every Friday before every game day, they, because it's actually a really small place. There's not a lot of people out there. So every game day, they gather all the football players and cheerleaders up and have this big cookout and cook a big meal. And they invited,
awesome.
Yeah, they invited Alex and I out there. We had a big fish fry when Alex and I went. It was amazing. Oh, it was so good.
That sounds awesome.
But yeah, it's incredible out there. But yeah, we were invited out. And Sands, like I was saying, I don't know if you remember this, but last season they averaged more than 60 points every game.
Oh, they did amazing last year.
Like even the games that they had lost last year, they were still putting up 60. They had scored, I think, 98 in one game, almost broke 100 in one of those games, and still missed the playoffs with that. And that's what's incredible. I mean, that's the thing about these six-man teams in West Texas is it's so competitive, and they're very small districts. There's only 3 or 4 teams sometimes in a district, so you can lose twice and miss out on the playoffs.
Exactly.
But these teams are so good in these districts. It's very, very competitive. Sands, they took on Westbrook, who's a fantastic school. They're a little bit bigger of a six-man school out there in Westbrook.
Yeah.
Amazing field. You ought to see this field. Because, I mean, a lot of us here in Howard County, most of us have driven to like Dallas and gone east on Interstate 20, passed through Westbrook, and all you really notice is the little cafe that's sitting right there, and then a few houses and stuff. Well, tucked off in Westbrook, back in the community a little bit, just north of the interstate, probably about 5 miles or so, there's this incredible school and football stadium right there.
They have a great school district out there in Westbrook.
It is beautiful turf field and brand new looking facilities there. I mean, it was amazing going out. That's the first time I'd ever actually been inside Westbrook. I always, like I said,
I've
just
never
drive
been
by.
inside Westbrook. I've just been at that cafe.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Always just kind of drive by or go eat at a cafe and get right back on the interstate. Like, I actually missed the exit to go into Westbrook because I got off right there, and you have to go under the interstate to get into town right there. And I was like, no, I don't think that's the way to go. So I kept going on the service road and busted a U, and I was like, I'm lost in Westbrook,
Texas. Like when I go to games, I get lost.
Yeah, right. But it was cool. We got out there, and Sands, of course, they scrimmaged against Westbrook, who was our KBST Sports Team of the Day yesterday.
Yeah.
And they also got a little scrimmage against Blackwell, which is another big Division II school. So, I mean, Sands had some great opponents, and that's really what you try to do in these preseason games. But I got to talk with Coach Keith after the game, after they had their scrimmage yesterday, and he seemed pretty hopeful. Here's some of the audio from what we got with Coach Keith.
I thought we did some good things. Obviously, we got a lot of things to work on, which is why you scrimmage to begin with. But they showed us some things that we really need to work on that we don't get to see in practice. Also, we went 10 plays with Blackwell, who's a pretty good Division II school, so that also showed us some good things.
Now, he was real hopeful for that. After that, we asked him, what were we in store for this season, compared with all the points they scored in the last season and just Sands football being so traditional around here. What did we have to look forward to this season? Here's what he said.
I don't know if anybody knows, but last year we scored I think we averaged 60 points a game or 65. And
it was up there.
But we also gave up 60 or 65. So our focus this year has been on defense, just getting to the football, tackling, doing our job, being a little bit more fundamentally sound than we were last year. And the problem is we got 7 kids on varsity and 7 kids going to play offense, 7 kids going to play defense. So they're going to have to be focused when they're tired. But that's been our focus all spring and so forth, is mental toughness and being concentration when you're tired.
See, that's the thing, 7 kids right there. I mean, that's a small school right there. 7 kids on a team. That's 6 man. That means you have one that's getting breather on the sideline, take some water, and get back out there to replace somebody else. And 6 man, it's such a fast-paced game. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, 60 points in an average game.
Yeah.
98 points. Think how much running is involved.
Back and forth.
That's like soccer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Exactly what I was thinking.
So you have to be in shape out there. 7 kids out there. I mean, that's just tremendous what they can do with that. I'd asked him who some of his standout players were. Here's what Coach Keith said.
I'll start with our kicker. He was second-team All-Region last year as a kicker, Victor Villasana. Dayton Edelman, our quarterback, was a second-team Offensive Player of the Year, I think, in Region. And Dylan Tyndall and Dylan Segundo, Will McMorris, and those guys, I think, will be the ones that we're going to hang our hat with.
See, what's crazy there is he said that, one of his standout players was a second-team all-region player, and they still didn't make the playoffs. That's one out of your 6 players making it pretty far on an all-region team.
Just imagine what they can do this season, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? With all the practice they've been able to have over the summer.
And what I like was that Coach Keith, one of the first player that he mentioned was the kicker. You know what I mean?
Instead of the quarterback. Normally it's always the quarterback.
Exactly, and the kicker gets some recognition, which their kicker in Sands is outstanding. That's one of the things, kicking is a little bit tougher in 6-man football. It's tougher, and it's a lot easier to do like what they call a 2-point conversion in 11-man football. It's easier to do that in 6-man football rather than kicking the ball.
Yeah.
So if you have a good kicker in a 6-man team, you hang on to him, and that's what Coach Keith's doing. He's exploiting him and letting everybody know he's one of their key players. But we're looking forward to keeping up with the Sands Mustangs all season long, and we'll keep you up to date right here all day long since they are the KBST Sports Team of the Day. You can find more information in the full schedule to check out when your favorite team will be the KBST Sports Team of the Day. That gets hard to say sometimes.
Gooney.
Did you hear Craig Ferguson calling you out yesterday for always making fun of me for not being able to talk in the mornings?
Yep, I sure did.
He was scared to mess up. You made him all nervous in here. Wow.
Don't mess up.
Way to go, Heather. Getting Fergie all loopy.
From now on, he's going to listen to my show every morning, and he's just going to wait for me to mess up, call it, and be like, hey.
He probably will.
Hey.
Yeah, and speaking of community calendar, today we're going to have the Debbies on. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Debbie and Debbie.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Debbie and Debbie. They're going to be talking about Keep Big Spring Beautiful. So you will want to tune into community calendar about 8:15. We'll have a lot of fun. The Debbies are always good to have in here.
Always.
We have a Doing It Wrong, Heather. We had gone over a few stories earlier today to kind of pick out what we wanted to do for Doing It Wrong. I've already told the story about the guy throwing the grenade just because I had to get that out there. I couldn't hold it in anymore.
That is
But
awesome.
we have 2 stories right here for Doing It Wrong. They're the 2 that I'd read to you earlier. You can look at the headlines right there. Pick out which one you want to roll with, Heather, and let's get a good Doing It Wrong story for today. Let's make us laugh a little bit.
Okay, this guy. This is my favorite one.
This guy.
The title is Man Wears Shirt with Old Mugshot for New Mugshot. There was a man in Maine, and he wanted to wear something special for his stint in jail. He had 2 days already scheduled that he just had to show up for, do the 2 days, and then he could leave.
Right.
So he made a shirt with his old mugshot from the first time he got arrested on this new shirt.
Yeah.
So it's like a mugshot within a mugshot within a mugshot. If you think about it. Like it's 3 different mugshots. And it even says that the T-shirt featured a caption on the bottom that said Burt Family Reunion, because he had another family member in that same jail.
Wow.
And I mean, even the cop that was doing the photo was laughing about it. Like, he thought it was a great idea.
He had to.
Yeah.
So the guy had already been in jail. He got in trouble, and of course, when you go to jail, you get booked. You get a mugshot.
Yep.
He found the picture of the mugshot and printed it on a T-shirt.
Yep, he sure did.
And then put Family Reunion on the bottom of it.
Yep.
Wow. That's awesome.
So, and he was only 19 years old.
Oh, really?
That's it.
Wow. So hey, guy, thug life, you're doing it wrong. That's right. Yeah, guy's trying to be a thug. It's not working out for him too much. That is funny, though. At least he's got some humor about it.
Yeah.
That's cool. I guess you can enjoy jail a little bit.
No.
No? I've never been. I can gladly say I've never been arrested. Yet.
That clipboard's not wood. You got to knock on real wood.
Sorry, did I miss the wood?
Yeah.
Apologize for that. Hey, we got a lot of celebrities really getting to this ALS Ice Bucket Challenge.
Yes.
A lot of them. You're starting to see them pop up on YouTube, on Facebook, left and right. I know I just seen one that I was talking about yesterday, the Zach Brown Band. They did a really cool one. What they did, they set up the whole band on these little stools or chairs or whatever, and they all had like swimming gear on. Like they knew it was coming.
I would wear like a snorkel and some floaties.
Oh, that'd be awesome. But what happened is they filled a fire truck with ice cold water.
Oh,
and you know how on the fire trucks where the hose attaches in on the side of the truck? Well, they just pulled the hose off and it just shot straight out of the side of the fire truck. Well, the fire truck just parked right there behind where they were sitting and just slowly idled and drove by all of them as the water just poured over them. And then they brought in like these skidster loaders, like 3 of them, just full of ice water and dumped them all on the band.
Oh, man, that is awesome.
It was fantastic. I know Sunny Sweeney, who was in the KBS studios just a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
She's doing a radio tour right now. She's got that, what's the name of that song? bad girl face.
Yes.
That's what it is. She did an ice bucket challenge that just put up on Facebook. Who else? Charlie Sheen is the best one.
Yes.
Charlie Sheen's has been the best ice bucket challenge I've seen yet, because a lot of these, so far it's raised $3 million for charity, and that is
crazy.
amazing.
Yes.
And what a lot of these celebrities are saying is, why just, it's funny to pour the ice water on their face or their head, so that's why they're all doing it anyway, but they're donating on top of that.
Yeah.
But Charlie Sheen got there, and he said, I got a bucket right here with me. I'm going to do this ice bucket challenge or cold water challenge. I was challenged by so-and-so. Got my bucket here. And he said, but you know what? This bucket isn't filled with water. And he dumps it, and it's $10,000. He dumps out $10,000 in cash. And then he calls out the creator and then two of the stars on 2.5 Men, the show he got kicked off on.
Man.
He called off that, I can't think of his name, but the co-star that was with him. And then he calls out Ashton Kutcher. And then the creator of the 2.5 Men.
That's awesome.
And he says, come on, guys, it's all for charity. Basically saying, I got it. Where's your $10,000 at?
Wow.
It is hilarious. Look for the Charlie Sheen Cold Water Ice Bucket Challenge. It's so funny. It's
Wiz Khalifa did his like a boss.
Oh, did he? I hadn't seen that one
he
yet.
came off skating off, I think it was like 6 stairs, and just like picked up his board. They dumped the water, didn't even make a face, didn't move, didn't flinch, and then just took off walking.
Nice. Just a hardcore sell. That's awesome. See, the Kennedy family, they even challenged President Obama to do it, but apparently someone decided there shouldn't be footage of a sitting president dumping a bucket of ice on his own head, so the White House just said he'll be donating.
I think it would have been really cool to see.
Yeah, you're going to be the first president to go on Saturday Night Live. Why not dump a bucket of ice on your head? You know what I mean?
Chip off some of the ice on his heart, dump over his head.
Come on. Yeah, I think it'd be great. But it's awesome because it says 71,000 people have donated a total of $4 million. So it's not 3. That's since July 29th. How about that? That's not very long at all.
Good job,
it's just
guys.
a few weeks.
Yeah.
$4 million has been raised for charity for ALS. And that's what it's all about. It's about this amazing charity. We've had several local celebrities here around town that have done the Ice Bucket Challenge, posted on Facebook. If you're planning on doing this, or you have somebody that you've called out, or you have footage of it, send it to us. We have
we
our
want to
Facebook.
see it.
We have our Facebook.com/KBest957, or you can email it to us. Find all of our emails at KBestMedia.com. You can send it straight to me at Gooney@KBST.com. I'd like to get you out there if you've been doing this and donating to ALS. I think it's a really cool thing, and it just keeps getting more and more creative. That's what's awesome about it. It keeps getting more and more creative every time you see one pop up. I still can't get over Charlie Sheen, so that was the best one, just calling everybody out that basically angered him.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
Pretty much.
Don't forget, we got the Debbies with Keep Big Spring Beautiful on community calendar coming up. Heather, what was your favorite part of today's show?
Hearing about Charlie Sheen's Ice Bucket Challenge.
That was a good one.
With $10,000 instead of ice water.
Yeah. Oh, it was hilarious. My favorite part of the show would have to be the guy that went to jail with a T-shirt of his mugshot on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then at the bottom said family reunion. That was good. I don't know if our favorite part, I don't know if our favorite part of the shows always come from the last segment because we have a horrible memory, or we're just more awake at that time.
I think it's because we're more awake.
We just save all of our
I'm more awake.
We save all of our good stuff for the end. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
because that's when everybody else is awake.
Yeah, that's when everyone finally tunes into us, and that's what it is.
Exactly.
Hey, we got to make everybody laugh, and remember, if you're not laughing, you're not living.
You've got commodes, sinks, faucets, bathtubs, food disposals, pipes, hot tubs, swimming pools, water heaters, and they all need fixing on occasion. Who are you going to call? Gartman. That's right, Gartman. You usually think of Gartman when you have a problem with heating or cooling, but Gartman does plumbing too. Gartman, when you need a plumber or help with air conditioning and heating. 267-9000.
With the news you need, when you need it. Howard County's news leader, your K-Best Radio Group News.
Good morning, I'm Kayla Kay with your K-Best Radio Group News. It is Tuesday, August 19th. The time is 8 o'clock a.m. and it is 69 degrees. And rain swept over across Howard County yesterday afternoon, with some areas receiving a heavy downpour. At the K-Best Studios, we received 0.4 of an inch, which brings our 2-day total to just under 1 inch of rain. A chance of rain remains in our forecast today. We'll have your complete weather forecast coming up. And Community Health System, which operates 206 hospitals across the United States, announced today that hackers recently broke into its computers and stole data on 4.5 million patients. Scenic Mountain Medical Center, which is part of Community Health System, tells KBST News that Scenic Mountain Medical Center has not been informed of a breach of information, therefore may not have been affected. Marketing coordinator Amanda Duferat says that it could be as late as tomorrow before the hospital is notified of a possible breach. A statement released on behalf of the Big Spring facility says that limited personnel identification data belonging to some patients who were seen at Family Medical Center over the past 5 years was transferred out of their organization in a criminal cyber attack by a foreign-based intruder, possibly out of China. The transferred information did not include any medical or credit card information, but it did include names, addresses, birth dates, telephone numbers, and Social Security numbers. All affected patients are being notified by letter and offered free identity theft. Today, Big Spring High School seniors can pick up their schedules from 8 a.m. until noon. Juniors can pick up their schedules from 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. And Big Spring Intermediate will hold orientation at 5:30 p.m. for 6th graders. Tomorrow, Wednesday, Big Spring High School sophomores can pick up their schedules from 8 a.m. until noon. And Coahoma High School will also have scheduled pickups on Wednesday. And on Thursday, all BSISD elementary schools will host Meet the Teacher Night at each campus. A Big Spring High School freshman orientation will be held at 6 p.m. in the high school auditorium. Forest End 6th grade orientation will be held at 2:30 in the auditorium. And Forest End Elementary will have Meet the Teacher from 6 to 7 p.m. Coahoma Elementary will have Meet the Teacher at 11 a.m. And Coahoma Junior High registration and Meet the Teacher is at noon. And the Big Spring Police Department sent out a media release detailing a Sunday stabbing that left 2 men hospitalized. The 2 men are identified as 30-year-old Joshua Pierce and 58-year-old John Sipes. The investigation revealed that Sipes was accused of touching Pierce's wife inappropriately at a gathering at Pierce's house. Sipes then went home next door and Pierce followed. While talking to a third person, Sipes came into the room from behind Pierce and stabbed him twice in the right side. Pierce then turned around toward his attacker and fought back. Both subjects were taken to the emergency room by ambulance. Sipes was later transported to Lubbock due to serious facial injuries. Pierce was kept in the hospital in order to surgically remove part of the knife blade that broke off inside him. At this time, no charges have been filed, and there are no updates of these 2 men. And the Professional Development Day and Teacher Appreciation event was held yesterday at the Dorothy Garrett Coliseum. There were approximately 750 teachers in attendance, coming from Big Spring, Coahoma, Forest End, Garden City, and Grady. The day started off with convocation with State Representative Drew Darby addressed the changes in high school curriculum as a result of House Bill 5. Representative Darby tells KBST News why he is excited about this event.
This is a wonderful event. Every year it's an opportunity to be with educators and superintendents and folks that care about our kiddos, and we're all excited about the start of another school year. I don't care how old you are, you got to get excited about school coming up. And it's an opportunity we can be with some folks who are responsible for the future of Texas.
Keynote speaker Danny Hill addressed the fight against student apathy. Hill, who is from Nashville, Tennessee, is an author, former principal, and educator with 33 years' experience. Big Spring ISD Community Relations Coordinator George Bancroft tells KBST News that the event is about reviewing fundamentals and getting mentally ready for the new school year.
Today is about reviewing fundamentals for some of our new people, and of course it's not just Big Spring folks, it's people from all over the area have come to partake in our staff development, and it's just about getting mentally ready for the game, maybe learning a handful of new strategies.
Teachers also had the chance to attend 3 breakout sessions throughout the day, with topics ranging from technology in the classroom to instructional practices to administrative concerns. There were about 30 choices in all.
Today, the teachers are going to have an opportunity to kind of pick and choose where they feel like they need some assistance or at least some new ideas. So they'll be doing some breakout sessions all day long. And there's probably 30 different choices for the teachers to choose from in terms of what kind of a knowledge do they want to acquire and who do they want to get it from.
And with the start of a new year comes excitement and optimism.
One of the best things I think about being in education is, every year's a new year, a chance to get re-excited, and most of us get a little time off in the summer to energize. So, yeah, I'm always excited about a new year, and I think most educators are. They look forward to that opportunity to start fresh.
And yesterday, a 46-year-old man was transported to Midland Memorial Hospital after a fall at an oil rig in Glasscock County. He is said to have suffered from minor head, back, and neck injuries. KBSD News spoke with Glasscock Sheriff's Department, who confirmed the fall and told us that he fell approximately 3 feet. Late Friday, Governor Rick Perry was indicted on 2 felony counts for abuse of official capacity and coercion of a public servant by a Travis County grand jury. The case stems from Perry's vetoing $7.5 million in funding for the Travis County Public Integrity Unit last year. He threatened to withhold the money unless District Attorney Rosemary Lindbergh resigned. Perry made it clear that he did not believe that states should fund an office headed by someone who has lost the public's trust. Lindbergh was arrested in April 2013 for drunk driving and later pled guilty. She served a 45-day sentence but remained in office. An issue is whether Perry was playing political hardball or threatening a public official to resign. Perry said people need to understand the details of his veto and that every Texas governor has made such decisions for decades. The last time a Texas governor was indicted on charges stemming from a veto was 1917. KBST News spoke to Representative Drew Darby yesterday and asked him for his thoughts on the governor's indictment.
Well, having participated in the last session and of course, in the budget process, I support Rick Perry as our governor. He was exercising his constitutional right, and no question the governor has that responsibility. He exercised that responsibility, and so, we'll just watch the process as it unfolds. And, I hate it for Texas. I hate it for the state. I hate it for our governor. I hate it for our criminal justice system. I think we could devote our resources a whole heck of a lot better than we're doing them now.
And the Economic Development Corporation will hold their Board of Directors meeting today at 5:15 p.m. in the Chamber of Commerce boardroom. Some of the items on the agenda will be the 2014-2015 annual budget, infrastructure upgrades to the northern sector of Big Spring, which will allow motels and apartments to be built along the I-20 service road. They will also be discussing the master plan's cost and details along with policies and procedures for the EDC. And the Howard College Board of Trustees will hold a public hearing today at 12:30 p.m. in the Tumbleweed Room at Howard College. This is the second of 2 required hearings the Howard College trustees are required to have before adopting the new rate of 17.3457 cents per $100 valuation, which is a 3-cent decrease from last year. The first hearing was held last Friday and drew little interest from the community. In obituaries, Ruthie Murphy, 44, of Big Spring, died Wednesday, August 13th, 2014, in Temple. Graveside services will be at 10 a.m. today at Mount Olive Memorial Park. Arrangements are by Myers and Smith Funeral Home and Chapel. Ronald Dugan, 57, of Big Spring, died August 15th, 2014, at his residence. Graveside services will be held at 2 p.m. today at the Paradise Cemetery in Wise County. Arrangements are under the direction of Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home and Crematory. Patsy Chansey, 74, of Big Spring, died August 16th, 2014, in a local hospital. Funeral services will be held at 10 a.m. tomorrow, August 20th, at the Holy Trinity Catholic Parish. Interment will follow at Mount Olive Memorial Park. A vigil service will be held at 7 p.m. tonight at the Nellie Pickle and Welch Rosewood Chapel. Geraldine Halfman, 92, of Amarillo, formerly of Big Spring, died August 16th, 2014, in an Amarillo nursing home. Funeral services will be held at 1 p.m. Wednesday, August 20th, at the Nellie Pickle and Welch Rosewood Chapel. Interment will follow at the Trinity Memorial Park. A visitation will be held from 6 to 8 p.m. tonight at the Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home. Ed Wimp Holcomb, 81, of Big Spring, died Monday, August 18, 2014, in a Lubbock hospital. Funeral services are pending at Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home and Crematory. KBST News Time is 8:11. We'll be back with a look at your sports and weather right after this.
All the reasons to drive only a mile for a smile. Compare our prices. See for yourself. We have the best deals available. Buy local. Receive first priority service. The sales staff are eager to put you in a new or used immaculate vehicle. Come to Pollard, 1501 East 4th Street. They've been making drivers happy for 53 years. Drive away happy. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
KBST News Time is 8:12. And for a look at your sports, it's KBST Sports Director Gooney.
Thank you, Kayla. The Texas Rangers have a short 2-game series that begins in Miami tonight. The Rangers are 48-76 for the 2014 season. First pitch is at 6:10, and that game can be heard on the mighty 1490 KBST AM. The Houston Astros begin a new series in New York tonight against the Yankees with the first pitch at 6:05. In minor league baseball, the Midland Rockhounds begin a new 4-game series in Midland tonight against the Corpus Christi Hooks with the first pitch from Citibank Ballpark at 6:30. In college football, the Oklahoma Sooners are suspending running back Joe Mixon for the entire season. The freshman was charged Friday with misdemeanor assault after being accused of punching a woman in the face at a cafe last month. Mixon could face up to a year in jail if convicted. In local sports, the Lady Steers volleyball team takes on Abilene Wiley tonight at 6 p.m. at Steer Gym. And today's KBST Sports High School football team of the day belongs to the Sands Mustangs of Ackerley. Sands narrowly missed the playoffs last year and have some big plans for the new season. We caught up with Coach Keith after the Sting scrimmage against Westbrook last Friday.
I thought we did some good things. Obviously, we got a lot of things to work on, which is why you scrimmage to begin with. But they showed us some things that we really need to work on that we don't get to see in practice. Also, we went 10 plays with Blackwell, who's a pretty good Division II school. So that also showed us some good things.
We asked Coach Keith what we were in store for this season.
I don't know if anybody knows, but last year we scored I think we averaged 60 points a game or 65. And
was up there.
But we also gave up 60 or 65. So our focus this year has been on defense, just getting to the football, tackling, doing our job, being a little bit more fundamentally sound than we were last year. And the problem is we got 7 kids on varsity and 7 kids going to play offense, 7 kids going to play defense. So they're going to have to be focused when they're tired. But that's been our focus all spring and so forth, is mental toughness and being concentration when you're tired.
KBST Sports then asked Coach Keith who some of the key players are to look for this season.
I'll start with our kicker. He was second-team All-Region last year as a kicker, Victor Villasana. Dayton Edelman, our quarterback, was a second-team Offensive Player of the Year, I think, in Region. And Dylan Tyndall and Dylan Segundo, Will McMorris, and those guys, I think, will be the ones that we're going to hang our hat with.
The Sands Mustangs will be highlighted throughout the day on KBST Sports. And be sure to tune in tomorrow for another Area 6-man team report. For more information or for the full schedule of KBST Sports high school football teams of the day, check out kbestmedia.com. This is Gooney in the KBest Sports Center.
The forecast you need when you need it. KBest Weather.
In a look at your Howard County weather forecast for today, August 19th, the high will be 92 with a low of 73 and a 30% chance of rain. Winds out of the southeast at 13 miles per hour. For tomorrow, we're going to have sunny skies with a high of 94 and a low of 74. There will be a 10% chance of showers and winds out of the south at 17 miles per hour. It's looking mostly sunny the rest of the week. And KBST News Time is 8:15. I'm Kayla Kay, and this has been your KBS Radio Group News. Coming up next on Community Calendar are Debbie and Debbie. But first, the Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith, brought to you by the Churchwell Agency.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. The hospital in Sonora is keeping people well.
Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
I'm Professor Burke from the University of Farmers, and this is a pop quiz. Does sitting on your wallet feel like sitting on a lopsided booster seat? No? Well, it should. See, Farmers agents can help you stuff your wallet by combining auto and home policies so you can walk tall, sit crooked, and hopefully find a decent chiropractor.
If you want answers about saving money, you want a Farmers agent. We are insurance.
We are Farmers.
Your local Farmers agent is Tommy Churchwell, also carrying life, commercial, and oil field insurance at the Churchwell Agency, 267-3857.
The Wellness Center at the hospital in Sonora has a swimming pool that gets lots of use.
The pool's been here for 9 years this summer, and we've had people that fall in love with the pool end up really falling in love with it. We have our fitness area people, but our pool people are pretty loyal.
One wall of the pool building is glass. You can swim and have a good view of the outside.
Yes, they have a really great view from out here, and during the fall, they get to see the fall foliage and the leaves change, and they've got the best seat in the house when an ambulance pulls up.
Sarah Taft works in the Wellness Center.
We have water therapy that comes through here. We have recreational swim time for our families. We have classes, lap swimmers. Homeschool children come, and they have their PE credits here.
The Lillian M. Hudspeth Hospital in Sonora was built in 1960. Roy Hudspeth, a rancher, donated part of his ranch to build the hospital. Hospital CEO Bob Pascasio says the trend for rural hospitals is to have a well-equipped wellness center. And several hospital administrators from hospitals in small towns go to Sonora to see that outstanding hospital. It is debt-free with state-of-the-art diagnostic and treatment facilities and beautiful grounds, including a walking track.
That includes stairs and ramps and curbs and soft surfaces and hard surfaces and all that. We'll take them out on that little walking track out there and walk them through all those obstacles and make sure they get their feet up high enough to get across the steps or understand the gravities involved with going up and down ramps. And don't forget that little yellow curb down there. That thing trips you up and you'll be back in here in the hospital again. We'll be bandaging up your forehead.
Bob says in addition to hospitals getting people well, they're also interested in keeping them well.
We're typically happier people when we're healthy. And so if we can keep people healthy, that helps keep the costs of health care down. And health care is not a cheap proposition. It's just not.
The hospital in Sonora is able to treat people on site and keep them from going out of town for medical care.
For the most part, delivering care closer to home is less expensive care for everybody concerned.
Sarah Taft and Bob Pascasio of Sonora. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with The Sound of Texas.
Choices. This is what you will get with Parks Agency. Why shop anywhere else for insurance when Parks Agency is a one-stop shop? Get your home, auto, motorcycle, and your business quoted with almost any national insurance company such as Allstate, Travelers, Liberty Mutual, and Progressive, just to name a few. Hi, I'm Mike Richardson, and all of us here at the Parks Agency have been devoted to our customers and our community since 1935. We work for you. Stop by 900 Main or call us at 267-5504 and you experience the difference of choice.
Ready for some golf, recreation, and social life? You might be ready for the Big Spring Country Club. There are hundreds of reasons to join. What's important to you? Great golf? Your own swimming pool? Home style, casual, or fine dining? It's okay to ask, what's in the club for me? Because membership isn't for everyone. Is it for you? Find out at the Big Spring Country Club. This could very well be the lifestyle change you're looking for. Call and schedule a visit, 267-8241.
It's never too late to enroll at New Hope Christian School for newborns through 12. New Hope offers a Becca curriculum with loving Christian teachers, after-school care, and transportation available for most area schools. Hot, nutritious breakfast, lunch, and an afternoon snack provided. Stop by 118 Cedar Road or go to newhopebigspring.com. That's www.newhopebigspring.com. See what a difference New Hope can make in your child's future.
We're sending you back to the future.
Your child's future depends on their education, and Nazarene Christian Academy continues to provide you with a choice in that education. With kindergarten, first grade, and second grade coming in 2014, they provide a Becca curriculum with certified, loving Christian teachers. For more information, go to newhopebigspring.com. See what a difference Nazarene Christian Academy can make in your child's future.
You're listening to KBST AM and FM. It's time for the KBST Community Calendar, a daily program that focuses on the issues and events that affect our community.
And welcome to Community Calendar here on Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. Gooney here with you this morning. It is Tuesday, August 19th, 8:21 here at the KBS Studios. And I have Miss Debbie Valverde with me this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Debbie Wegman in here as well. We got the Debbies.
Good morning.
Woohoo! It's always exciting when you guys are in here. It's a lot of fun. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about something that Keep Big Spring Beautiful is involved in.
Yes, we're getting ready to have Love Our Lake this Saturday, August the 23rd, out at the Dora Roberts Community Center in that area.
Right.
We'll meet there at the Community Center at 9 and disperse all around the lake to try to clean up the shores and make the lake and the park area a little cleaner.
Right. And how often do y'all do this event?
We just do this once a year.
Okay.
We always have it 2 weeks before the triathlon.
Okay.
That's one part of the lake. We work on the whole area, but one part of the lake we have to really work on too is the beach area for the triathletes that go in. Make sure there's no glass or fish hooks or anything like that. We want to make sure that area is clean and the sand is set for the athletes to enter the water.
Now, has there been any issues coming up with this, or is it just mainly just some trash here and there that you pick up?
Yeah, I mean, we started it even before the triathlon. Keep Big Spring Beautiful did the Love Our Lake project.
Okay.
Keep Texas Beautiful has the waterways cleanup. It's one of the things that Keep Texas Beautiful sponsors is any waterways you have in your area, they want you to keep those clean.
Right.
So we started the Love Our Lake project probably, 8, 9, 10 years ago. It's been a while. We've been doing it quite a while. And so we just, want to make sure that's one part of our community that a lot of people like to get out and enjoy.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people that go out there and fish or ride their canoes or whatever they want to do out there. So it needs to be clean and kept nice. And we also at this time like to remind all the people that use it, please clean up after yourself.
That's right.
One of the things that we find a lot is old fish bait and fish hooks.
Oh, yeah.
And the fishing lines. And besides, those things not being pretty for our environment, they also hurt the ducks and the birds that are out there if they get caught up in those. So, it's not only a reminder for everybody to keep the area clean, but we're going to go out there and get it cleaned up and get it looking good.
Well, I mean, the lake out there and the entire park, that's something that not every community has something like that, especially one that's that huge. I mean, a lot of city parks, they're just small parks that are right downtown, and we're real lucky to have Comanche Trail Park because
and
so
it is
much.
our park.
That's right.
It's not just the city, it's our park. So
Right.
let's keep it clean, especially the lake area.
Yeah.
Just pick up after yourself. Carry a trash bag with you, and even if you see other trash out there, go ahead and pick it up.
Yeah, why not? Well, because that lake, that's one of the things that a lot of folks driving into Big Spring off of 87, so that's the first impression they get of Big Spring. And, I mean, a bad impression would be, floating trash and Walmart bags, stuff like that, just floating around out there in the lake. So, I mean, it takes volunteers to keep that clean. And if we want it to be the park that it's been for all this time, we have to pitch in and help out. Who are some of the organizers of this event that help out with, that are kind of the headstrong members?
Well, I mean, it's just Keep Big Spring Beautiful in general. Any volunteer that wants to come out and help. We like to have, a couple of watercraft. If you have a canoe or a kayak that you can get out in the middle of the lake and get stuff. A lot of us will just be on the shores, rakes to rake up some of this stuff. And like I say, we'll have trash bags provided. If you've got gloves, that kind of helps, grabbers. Right. But individually, it's just everybody.
Yeah.
It's just everybody.
Have you had pretty good participation in the past with volunteers?
Yes, we have. And we have, there's several in our community that take pride in wanting to keep our town clean.
Right.
And that's the big key is to take pride in your community and keep it clean. And so, we want to invite everyone. Kids are being educated on this as well.
Exactly.
So bring your kids out.
One of the coolest things that happened a couple weeks ago, those little Lunchables that they have. Kellen loves those, my 5-year-old son, and he was eating one in the car the other day and flipped it over, and they had the little recycle sign on the back of it, and he knew what it was. At 5 years old, he said, "Daddy, we got to recycle this after I'm through with it." And I mean, just coming from a 5-year-old, that really, gives you a perspective. You're like, wow.
That's
I've
good.
been doing it all wrong. Thanks, son. I appreciate that.
But that's good that they
place.
know.
Yeah.
That's
good
that they know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. And that's one of the main things that Keep Big Spring Beautiful wants to do is educate.
Exactly.
I wish we didn't ever have to have cleanups. That would be the best thing for everybody is if everybody put their trash where it was supposed to be, we wouldn't have to have cleanups. And if that's what we want to, make the community aware of is please don't throw your trash out.
Oh, yeah.
You can wait till you find a trash can to throw it away. We were somewhere the other day, my husband and I were, and we drove and somebody just threw something out right in front of us. And it would just, it just makes me sad to know
it's irritating.
that people don't care enough about their community. And then they get mad at, Keep Big Spring Beautiful's not doing their job or the city's not doing their job.
We are the city.
It starts with us.
Are this. That's right.
That's right.
We are the city.
It's everybody's job to take care of your community and not throw your trash out.
Exactly. And like you said, you can always wait till you get to a trash can or, go look at my car right now. You can tell I've waited a long time to find that trash can. It is full. Yeah, Heather's got the thumbs up. She knows. She's sitting inside of my car. We're going to take a real quick break, and then when we come back, we'll let everyone know how they can get involved and volunteer for this awesome project. Talking with Debbie Wegman and Debbie Valverde from Keep Big Spring Beautiful. We'll be right back with Community Calendar on KBST AM and FM.
This is a public service announcement from the KBS Radio Group. Are you tired of living in constant struggle? Is your load too heavy to carry another step? Do you want to feel free at last? Reformers Unanimous is a Christ-centered, faith-based addiction discipleship program which is designed to set you free from many addictions. Join Reformers Unanimous at Trinity Baptist Church on Mondays from 7 to 9 p.m. Enter at the north door of the church, and for more information, call 230-0070.
And now, let's get back to Community Calendar on KBST.
And welcome back to Community Calendar here on Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. We got Debbie Valverde and Debbie Wegman here. It's always fun. We always have a good time when y'all are here.
Yes, we do.
Wow.
Yes, we do.
We were talking about cleaning up the lake a little bit. You guys do this every year with Keep Big Spring Beautiful, and that's a big reason of why the lake is what it is and has been a staple of Big Spring really here for so long. It's so beautiful out there. This is really a big volunteer project. How can people get involved to help out with something like this?
Just come on out Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, and we'll meet there at the Dora Roberts Community Center. We'll have trash bags available, so just come out. If you've got a grabber or some gloves or a rake, that's helpful. But any age, we'd love to have some of the younger groups come out. Keep Texas Beautiful always loves to see us get the kids involved, so that'd be great too. Just show up.
It seems like this would be a great job for a lot of youth groups around here. So I'm calling out all the churches, all the churches in the area.
And this shouldn't just be at this time of year.
Right.
We should be doing it every day.
Exactly.
Every day, if not at least twice or 3 times a week.
Yeah, that's right.
But we should be keeping up with our trash.
Right, and something, and this is kind of off subject from this, but something that can really help out with keeping our community and area clean is doing something as small as like adopting a highway. I've noticed that a lot of groups, you can adopt a highway and keep that section of the highway clean. If everybody pitches in and does a little bit of that, it's going to keep it clean around here and keep Big Spring what it is and keep it beautiful, which is the goal. What time does everybody need to show up again?
We're going to start at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
So just come on out at 9 o'clock. We'll have
HEB will be providing donuts.
Oh,
and so we'll have donuts and I'm sure something to drink.
Nice.
Yes, donuts.
give you a little sugar to get you out and running.
Give you some energy.
And I would like for you just to say, you said calling out the kids. We have a group that has been working really closely with the Kids with a Purpose through First United Methodist Church.
That's
and
right.
That group of kids has done a lot of cleanup. So maybe some of the other church groups could take after them and really get involved.
Yeah, that's a great way to serve your community. And like I said, I'll call out all the churches here in Big Spring and Howard County just because this is something great to be involved with. We all love the park, love the lake, and we have so many events that goes on, there at Comanche Trail Lake throughout the year. And if we don't clean up after it, those events are going to stop.
We have the aquatic center out there. We have Kids Zone.
Right.
We have the pavilions out there.
The amphitheater.
We need to keep that area clean. Our whole community, but we need to keep that area clean.
How long will y'all be doing this on Saturday? About when you're going to wrap
usually
it up?
a couple of hours, just as long as it takes, for the volunteers to get around the area. We're usually done about noon.
Oh, okay, so before it starts really getting hot, you're finished up. All right, cool. Do you get to run from the ducks? Because that's always my funnest part at the lake, is running from the ducks. Because that's what you do when you go to see the ducks. You run from them.
Well, because I'm so involved with the triathlon, I usually stay right there on the beach. That's usually the area that I participate in the most. So the ducks don't really come over there that much. So I don't ever have to worry about the ducks.
Running from the ducks.
I never have to run from the ducks.
That's been my training for the triathlon, is running from the But speaking of the triathlon, Comanche Trail Warrior Triathlon's coming up September 6th, and that's a big part of why you schedule to clean up the lake around this time of the year. You said you're real involved with the triathlon. I'm going to have to get you to show me the hiding spots around the brush right there where you jump in the lake, because my plan is to jump in, hide, and wait for them to come back.
Sorry, Gooney. I have volunteers that are watching.
I know. I'll pay them. It's okay. Well, I'll bring some donuts. We'll be okay. Show me.
No. Show me the money.
Oh, man.
Show me the money.
And Troy will be out there watching.
Yeah,
he counts
I know.
heads. He's in charge of the swim, and he counts those heads. So.
Does he count them when they go underwater? Because that's what he needs to look for me, is when I disappear.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I think it'll be all right. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But this is a great. Love Our Lake is a great thing that you guys do with Keep Big Spring Beautiful. Once again, we're asking for all volunteers. If you can show up, help us keep the lake beautiful. Let's just run down the times and just the information on that one more time.
It's 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, August the 23rd, which is coming up. We're all going to meet at the Dora Roberts Community Center. So everyone come on out and help us clean our lake area, and let's keep it clean year-round.
Bring some gloves, bring some trash bags, and just bring your
rakes and
something to help out. And just
HEB will have donuts out there for everyone, so just come on out.
Awesome. All right, and we'll put all the information up on Facebook for that as well.
Cool.
Thank you, ladies, so much for joining me today on Community Calendar. It was fun.
Thanks, Gooney.
Thank you both. Debbie Wegman and Debbie Valverde here with Keep Big Spring Beautiful on Community Calendar on KBST AM and FM. We got Gooney Overtime coming up next right here on KBS 95.7.
You've been listening to the KBST Community Calendar on KBST AM and FM, on KBST.com, and on Cable Channel 2. If you'd like to have a community issue or event featured on Community Calendar, contact the KBST Programming Department at 267-639.